Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the first official group, episode 1 of Whispers of the Vampire's Blade.
Yay.
Chat, where's our luck rerolls?
That was so fast. That was so fast. Hi. It's good to finally have everybody together for our first full group and mission, and I think it's good for us to sort of talk about what's happened over our last 2 sessions. Because there's going to be a lot of confused watchers, people who didn't catch the first or the second episode, which were interludes to what's about to happen. Our group was separated. You were positioned in places that were very compromising, not only to your well-being, but generally your overall health and mental safety. So if we could, let's talk about that for a minute. I think it's fair. We start with Frost.
Hey.
Frost, can you give us a quick shakedown, the quick and dirty of what happened to House Freely? If you feel like you want to keep some of it a secret that can unfold before the rest of the audience, or maybe you have something you don't want someone else here in the party to know. Give us what you can.
So basically what I discovered that my stepmom is my mom's sister.
Biological, yes.
Yeah, so that's like that's incest. Like that if I'm married to somebody and I fuck her sister, it's like by law. Anyways.
And that's the only thing that happened.
Explains a lot.
The only lore between my mother and my sister, the lore between my mother and sister is my mother was a witch and she would channel a patron through her sister. So it was her patron was like inside her sister and she had to like channel the magic through her sister. And so her sister was kind of just like a civilian that got wrapped up into things just by being a conduit of magic. And then eventually shit went wrong somewhere. And in order for my mother to not die, they had to keep themselves separate
They made a pact. It was a pact.
Yeah, they made a pact.
Your stepmom made a pact with the dark patron, and the dark patron said, "Yeah, she can live under these rules. You no longer communicate with her." And she said, "Okay, cool." But what she didn't really know was what the dark patron was, what they really wanted.
Yeah, so the dark patron is like slowly eating the stepmom alive. And their goal is to kill Cain and take his shit, basically. They don't really care about killing Cain in particular. They just want what Cain is fucking with right now. All the dragon shard and the shit inside of him and whatever's going on astrologically that none of us really understand. And Bub is making up on the spot. But so I made a pact with the same patron to take them on essentially in lieu of sparing everybody's lives, but the only person I can't spare is Cain. I have to kill Cain or figure out how to separate the thing from Cain, but I don't really know that yet.
I watched the whole episode. It was pretty good. There was lots of cheese talk.
Yeah, wait, the ghost girl that I met, she's bound to the house because of the patron, right?
She was, yes. She was bound to the house because of the patron. And the patron made some agreements. You had some requests. The patron said, if you do what exactly?
Kill Cain.
Right. If you kill Cain, but if you let me ride along with you.
Yeah. But does that mean that if she's bound to the patron that she's coming with us?
Well, she's no longer under the constituting law of the house, right? She's no longer stuck there.
Can she just chill? Can I just be talking to a random ghost that nobody else can see?
That's a feasibility, yeah. But if you remember, she said that she was sticking around specifically because of Avi.
Yeah.
She got along with your little brother.
Yeah, so she'll probably stick around there, but
the dark patron,
your little ghost children, Bubs.
The dark. Yeah, well, I mean, they're great, dude. They're motivated.
First Pevrin, now this little kid, what is he, a half elf?
Yeah, something like that. Avi, your little brother, and Lyrian, your other little brother, are supposed to be freed now, or at least under the guise that they will be freed, and so will your mom, your stepmom, and your father. What was your experience like meeting your dad?
He seemed trapped, scared. Like he was doing what he could under the little control that he really had.
Do you, honestly, above board, do you think he rose to meet the expectations that you had of him in your mind? Was he this ultimate, like, Snidely Whiplash villain?
No. It's kind of a little bitch in a little bit of a way. Like,
wasn't he like dying or something? They were like
he's
a grave for him.
Yeah, he's dying too. I mean, we didn't really get into all of that, but yeah, it could have something to do with the patron though, or something similar to like what my mother has. Just because he's an elf, it affects him slower.
Yeah.
So it could be a number of things because like they basically created the Mournland. So like odds that they got hit with a little radiation when they let off a nuclear bomb is
quite high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite high. Okay. I think that's a pretty good analysis and summarization of what happened. Your time
TLDR, I have a patron. I'm going to kill Cain.
How's his arm doing?
Well, I mean, he's going to have a pretty gnarly scar. But I mean, it's slowly going to get better.
Didn't his like your grappling hook like get caught in like your flesh or something? Like
yeah,
it was gnarly.
Yeah. Basically, going emo the wrong way. I should have died.
I was like in my car listening. I'm like, you better roll better, bud. Oh, you're gonna fall.
Yeah, it was a little touch and go there, but it worked out. Now let's talk about what happened on the other side. Episode 2 at House Theroni, the House of Assassins. We saw a focus with Sera, Cain, and Anju, with some interspersings of Marian doing some things in the background. So, spit it at me. What you got?
Well, we were not prisoners, but prisoners.
We were guests.
According
prisoners
to
of honor.
The logic of the Theroni house, we weren't prisoners, but we kind of were prisoners.
A little bit.
Yeah. We were each in our own cells, but they were nice, and we got food and drink. Sera got treated for her lost hand, which was nice. It is not like infected, but I basically have lost fingers, and so I don't really have a functioning hand, which is a problem for paladins. So
it's a problem for anyone that is a physical combatant right away.
Yes. So that's something we're gonna have to figure out at some point. But we had this wine that was making us a little loopy, and then we had to meet with a person by the name of Binder.
You guys loved Binder.
Yes. Yes. Quite the fellow.
Define you guys.
Yeah. They threw some logic at us of all of these things about, like, they took the Dreambreaker from us, which kind of sucked. Which apparently the little gnome.
That's doing us a favor, really.
What's the Dreambreaker?
That
gnome
little
we took.
little gnome that we took with us.
The tattoos.
Yeah.
He's just a little guy, and we
They
have
can
washed
destroy the
our
universe or
hands
something.
of the situation. So
He can look at people and like break their minds or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
he's like a walking super weapon.
Cain actually rolled a nat 20 on the history check with like a 27 to pick up information and discovered quite a lot about him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a refresher. Sometimes when you roll that high, you get like information overload. It's a lot.
It is a lot. Yeah.
Got to be a note taker.
Cain was also an egg, and he hatched as a dragonborn.
It's my favorite note right there. Cain was an egg.
Yes.
Big old egg.
So that is
beautiful
also
coming out story.
I didn't even hatch. It was Bub said it was almost like the shell like slowly enveloped me and then like almost like became like my body kind of deal. I didn't
This
like
dude's a
crack out of
Digimon.
it.
Yeah.
Is that what Digimon do? That's pretty cool.
Kind of. Sometimes the egg opens
Maybe I'll
up.
evolve again or something. You know? Like, get
You
like
gotta find your Digivice.
Or, yeah, there it is. I bet there's one of those out there.
So we gave Binder like we told him about what we went through before we got to House Theroni and how we got there, and that we were in the Mournlands, and basically everything that happened. Also kind of gave Cain a refresher because he got some amnesia from the
Not
whole
enough
experience.
though.
No,
I didn't like. I wasn't pressing you for information because obviously, like, but I'm like, yo, I'm a dragon now. Like, what?
like what happened?
I got my brain back, y'all. Like,
but we negotiated a bit with Binder, and basically they wanted to know who gave us the thing to get the thing, gave me the thing to get to where we were, to transport to where we were, and I was like, no. And they were like, actually that was a test to see if you were like loyal. So I passed, so that's good.
you say it that way.
but the other thing, we kind of also agreed to fulfill a contract for them, which would be dispatching Richard Freely. So
Which I was firmly against, for the record.
We
And
kind
y'all
of
were like, "Don't worry, we'll do it, Cain. You could just."
Yeah, we kind of
not
just
look.
agreed to that, and just, I mean, we didn't really. I don't really think we.
I
had
did not agree.
I don't remember Anju
Oh
admitting that he was going to not do anything. I
Guys.
remember saying that I agreed that we need to talk to Ivan first
Guys, we have to do this.
before we kill your
Please
dad.
don't tell me the Paladin's the only one who was like, yeah, we'll do this.
Okay, this is a very evil paladin. As
At this point,
right?
yeah, I was gonna say, at this point,
I don't know if this paladin's morally good.
Also, Richard
Paladin's
Freely's
kind of a
not
strong
good
word.
person. So I think that
This
Ivan
officially glazed you.
will be okay with it. So, okay, whatever, fine.
Wait, is Cain
We'll
evil
figure it
now
out.
too, or is Cain back?
I'm back, baby. We're
Oh,
back.
okay.
He's
Cain's
back.
his true self.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
he's completely lucid. No
Yeah.
more like whisperings from beyond by a shadowy figure. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
Just
so
the
Sera
normal
starts her
demons.
bullshit like she does, and I'm like, we're not killing his dad, Sera. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. No, we'll do it.
She's like, yeah,
Let's
no,
get
we
us outta
won't.
here.
We won't. We're gonna do it. No, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna be in the dark.
This
Guys,
is what we call character development.
we have to do this. Let's be real.
I mean,
let's be
but
real.
I mean, that was that was Anju's kind of feeling as well. Like, what the fuck choice do we have? We are literally trapped. Like,
It's just
we
because
we were back
you
into
guys,
a corner.
Yeah, you guys didn't want to make the commitment. I had to be the one.
I said,
That's the
you
problem.
can keep
That's
me
the
here.
problem,
I'm not
is
going to kill
commitment.
him. Is what
You
I
know,
said.
I was strongly listening, and I'm pretty sure Anju was like not into it until the idea of them killing his enemy was on the table.
Oh,
and then
true.
he said,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
he said,
absolutely.
"I'll rally." Just kidding. So
Well, now
Oh, you're
keep
gonna
in
take care of that
mind
for
that
me?
this is
Okay.
my nemesis, who I was just trying to move on and start a new life away from, and I found out that he's trying to kill my parents. So I got fur in the game, as it were. I got pelt in the game.
Yeah,
okay.
true.
So yeah,
Yeah.
look, Anju considers himself a good guy, but if you're gonna kill Mido for him,
think so does Sera, and let's be honest.
I love it. I love it.
Did Sera have any sort of realizations about her past lover? Or
No.
Okay.
Although my current potential boyfriend did also show up.
your blue man?
So Cohen. So that was also thumbs up. But yeah, Hal, still just a guy.
The guy.
So that's what happened with us.
Can't
Meanwhile,
believe you see him.
Marion.
Oh, am I exist now.
Yes.
Poggers.
You do. Let's talk
I
about
do.
what happened with you here.
Yeah, cool. So I was just minding my business. Oh wait, does Frost know that I know his character or no?
No.
Am I allowed? Oh, I
You're a
know
little
you.
stalker, huh?
Have you just been like
Actually, you come into my fucking store.
So I know you, I just don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay. I don't know who you are, but I've seen you and I'll recognize you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our tea is I work at like a little magic shop, right? You know? And the owner of it, very suspicious. Okay. I rarely see her. All I know is she gives me very, very bad vibes, but I like my paycheck. So I stay there and I do a good job. You come in quite frequently, or you have been coming in frequently and trying to sell me some like magic cure.
Yeah, no, it's a really good potion. I still got some if you want it.
Okay, we'll discuss this later.
Wait, I know who runs the shop, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yeah, it's the person that gave me the fucking curse.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's that bad bitch. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cursed by
The
her.
Shining Tome. Oh, slay! Love that for you. But so you come in and you like try to convince me every week, and every week I shut you down, and then you just suddenly stop showing up. And in this time, I have heard lots of rumors about Scout's honor, some good, some very, very bad. And so I become curious because suddenly you're gone, and I ask around and everybody else just seems to be gone. So I'm now a little bit, I guess, kind of stalkery and invested. So I was sitting at a bar minding my business, and Hal comes over, right? And hires me to give a missive to some
To
guy
get
who's gonna
submissive?
come in later.
Oh, no.
What?
No,
I
to
missed
give-
you,
to
Frost.
give
I
a
really missed that
missive,
energy.
Not
I-
get submissive.
to give some missive?
No, to give a missive. I'm sorry. I'm reading off my notes.
Frost
That's
leaves
fair.
no
No, that's
opportunity
fair.
left on the table.
It wasn't an opportunity. That's legitimately what I heard.
Yeah.
You can say that I'm the funny guy, but
Look, I don't know if she's that type of lady, but like we'll see where this
You
takes
just
us.
got a good brain.
But I give person a missive, who I discover their name is Mog Moore. Right? That's
Okay.
what it was?
Yep.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, and they tell me that like, and the promise that Hal gives me when he tells me to do this for him is that you all will be freed, that he knows where you are and that you will be freed. And you like, and I'm like, well, and so I do it kind of stupidly. And then now I am waiting to meet you, like the stalker I am. So that's my story. Thank
Class
you.
is she? I don't even know what class she is.
It's the best. It's the best. You'll have to figure it out. It's coming. It's coming, my friend. Okay, you guys. Well, you captured that well. I'm really happy with the way that panned out. It was pretty good stuff. It was a good sermonization, and well, I mean, your flair it's prominent. So thank you for that. I think we're good. I think we're ready to start. So let's set the scene here. Start with a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain. It's another rainy day in Sharn. It's not the violent kind. No thunder. There is no lightning. It's just the endless kind. That steady, misting drizzle that seeps into your cloak and seeps into your boots, into your bones. It's the kind that turns every alley into a secret, every rooftop into a stage for whispers. And in this city of towers, the rain doesn't fall. No, it slides. Down stone and steel, over broken gargoyles and dragon-marked glass. And somewhere in the middle levels, where ambition and desperation cling to the same ledges. We see Ivan Freely. Your sky coach descends from the skyway, cutting through mist and luxury. You left a shattered home behind you. A father bruised and broken. Your stepmother emptied of her patron. And a promise dark as shadow burning behind your eyes. You've made peace with one truth, though. To save your family, Cain Carpenter must die. You find yourself in Middle Plateau, a place you've become all too familiar with, Ivan. Where would you like to go as you exit the Sky Coach?
Do I have anywhere to go? I don't have a house anymore.
No, you don't necessarily have a house. You don't really know the state of affairs at the university. You're not really sure what's happening with Idio. But there's always been a place. Always. And you just read some information. In that book your father gave you the ring to, there are a few figures that promised to watch over you.
Motherfucking Miriam. Yeah, I'll go give her a visit. At least it'll be a bed for the night.
It will be.
Warm roof. Probably no annoying conversations that'll happen there.
The Broken Anvil Tavern. It used to be cramped. Some low ceilings, lopsided stools, and now there's a new doorway. Reinforced beams, a slight ripple in the fresh wood where the old frame wasn't quite enough the last time you were all here. Marion Pinebridge stands behind the bar, and she's wiping it down like it personally offended her. Her shoulders tense as the doors creak open. And you step inside, shaking the hair from your mane. Dripping. Heavier. Different. And when her eyes focus upon you, she doesn't smile. She doesn't run. She just lets out a long, slow breath through her nose. Of course it's you, she mutters, not quite looking up. Didn't just fix the place or anything. She shakes her head out of what appears to be frustration.
And whose coin was it that helped out with that?
Give me a perception as you're saying that.
Because wasn't it us? Didn't we?
Yeah, I think. Did we pay for it?
You guys
Yeah,
did.
we came back
yeah.
with a bunch of coins.
You guys-
well, we gave Idio the coin to go back and give it to her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 100 gold, wasn't it?
It
Yeah,
was.
some crazy shit like that.
Probably a net
I think it was
positive,
more.
honestly.
I think it was
Let's
more
just
than
assume
that. Yeah, I think it was.
Gave
I
her
think it
a
was more than that.
large sum of gold.
I wanna
Crazy
think-
Cain was not thrilled about
I
it.
think you
even
guys
though it
gave
was
her
my
like
idea
like
originally.
200 to 250 gold to repair
Something
the
like that,
establishment. Yeah. I mean, you basically like, with the help of the Warforged, destroyed pretty much the whole front of the building. So
Yeah. Probably killed a few of her regulars, but
yeah, likely.
Was that the giant, the guy that got turned giant?
yeah, he got gianted from the
Yeah.
wild magic.
Ivan, are you happy with the 10, or would you like to use your luck to reroll?
I don't reroll on nat ones. I'm so sorry.
You don't reroll on that ones. So, say again what you were saying.
Do I recall whose coin it was that helped you make it look so nice?
She stands up, cleanly so, putting her hands on her hips, and she throws the rag down. She says, that was your friend? The good-looking one, or at least he is now, Idio?
Did he take all the credit for that?
No, he said it was some other idiots that he happened to like quite a lot. But at least he stuck around.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to your employer.
And she kind of stumbles for a moment, pauses. I don't work for anyone, I work for myself. Always have, always will.
How much did he pay you? Surprised he couldn't fix the place up sooner.
Do you stay in the door with the door open?
No, I'd come in. I still feel welcomed by her, but I'm gonna give her a little bit of shit.
Sure.
I think
you
I'm
kinda
not. I
rest,
think I'm
right?
not genuinely resentful towards her. It's all tongue in cheek, because I can tell that she was just paid to give information. She was being genuine, you know.
Yeah.
Like because she gave that treatment to everybody. She treated me just like everybody else.
Well, we've had a few kind supporters in the time that we've been here, and we've been here for a long time. I don't know exactly who you speak of, though. Still, the haunches of her wrist kind of placed upon her hips, the small, elderly halfling woman.
You can drop the act. He told me. He showed me the ledger. It's okay. I know you were just really giving information.
You can see, you know, when you catch someone and they don't really like your tone, but they kind of have to like swallow it, and they kind of press their tongue into their lip, like they do that motion. Just she's eating it right now. You're not mad at me.
Unless you were paid by literally every other person that came in here. Didn't seem like you were treating me much different. And what were you going to do? It's not like you all of a sudden had some great power that when the man turned into a 3-story building and wrecked your place that you were going to step in and prevent me from death. You're just keeping tabs on me. Coin is coin.
When she lets you finish, and when you do, she exasperated sighs, and then she throws her hands out and she hits you with a this. Come on then.
Yeah, I'll accept a big hug from Miriam.
As you near her, Ivan, when you get closer, despite the frustrated look on her face, despite the accusations levied and the pride that she has to swallow in these moments, you see it. There is a relief that settles behind her eyes. Like she wasn't really sure that you'd make it back. And you can tell that there is a particular stool that you normally have that's been set aside the others. There's a rag draped across it and a coffee pot atop that, like she's been keeping it warm for you, waiting. And when you near the bar, she leans over, puts a leg up on top of it, and she wraps her arms around your neck, and she puts her head to your head. I'm glad you're back, you idiot.
You know, not to be creepy, but I saw you recently. I had a dream about you.
Don't be dreaming about older women.
Not like that. Nah, I just needed a guiding figure, I think. Helped me get through my thoughts.
You need a good meal. Set yourself down. Will I be expecting the others?
Not that I know of. I was alone for a while. I don't even know what happened to them. I don't even know if they made it out alive. I fucking hope they do, as much as I fucking hate that Cain Carpenter. God, he gets on my nerves.
Is that the one that puked in my bed?
Yeah. No, he also is like kind of, just being a vessel for like a world-ending demon dragon thing. I
don't know about all that, but I hope he falls down a lot.
Upstairs.
And down. And down the stairs. You don't just puke in my bed.
And he didn't even clean it up.
He didn't even clean it up.
Do you know what he did? He casted a spell to make it invisible.
What an ass!
Mages, am I right?
I wondered what that smell was for weeks.
I mean, I always just think it's you.
Wait, what?
I'm giving you shit. I'll take that free meal, though.
Well, now you have to pay for it, you shit.
Put it on my dad's tab.
Now that I can do. And our camera turns. It goes back to the outside. You see again, things begin to change. The wind picks back up, and the weather continues with that rain. It seems to saturate everything. Cain, Sera, and Anju. You don't arrive to Sharn. You're deposited. House Theroni's portal ejects you into the damp, metallic breath of Middledeva Gate. You hit the cobblestone like a bad idea and find no comforts. You've traded for freedom, an unconscious gnome whose presence unnerved the most dangerous assassins in Corvair. And in doing so, you agreed to wear a ring that, well, Sera can never truly take off, without the fear of consequence. To become the quiet blade of House Theroni, only drawn when commanded. Whether they call it a debt, or a favor, or a leash, the deal was made. Now, the assassins never said what the gnome was. who the gnome was. They didn't really have to. It wasn't spoken, it was seen. In the silence that followed your arrival, in the way even the coldest among them, Binder, refused to speak more than you could have guessed. Whatever secrets that small body carries, they're worth more than mercy, and dangerous enough to buy your lives. But the rings weren't the end of the bargain. Not really. Before they let you go, House Theroni made one final request. A name. A brief glance, expecting understanding, and the unmistakable shake of a shadow cast across the world's wealthiest circles. A figure for disappearance that will ripple through every kingdom, a man you've yet to meet, but a name you've heard spoken with familiarity. And now you are expected to end him. And just as the three of you were shoved through the portal, you're met by Cohen alongside you to guide you out. Scout turns back, looking at you not only as fellow travelers, but as family, found and forged in the fires of survival. And then, in contorted form, wings unfurl where shoulders had once been, feathers like scale, talons like artifice, a creature of hawk and dragon, caught somewhere between Warforged precision and something older, something wilder. For just a moment, suspended in the gray light in the falling rain, Scout flew. And they were gone. Without a word. It's now Anju, Sera, and Cain in the company of Cohen. What do you do?
Well, I guess we should. I hope Scout comes back, but
Sorry, have we seen that form yet? I don't remember.
You did see that form, yes.
Yeah.
But you
So-
were under the assumption that that form had been lost once the shard was destroyed.
Okay, so Scout permanently has this kind of dragon harpy-ish type beat.
yes.
Okay. Cool. So that we all just got teleported into the rain in the middle of the city, and then Scout gave us like a knowing glance and flew away. Cool.
Yep.
Well, think of your current group. You think Scout would be quick to be allies with the person?
No, I'm not saying.
No, I think we need to give Scout their space.
They're gonna need. We wish that we love that for them. We wish them the best. So it hurts.
I
though.
hope that Scout isn't under its influence anymore.
Yes, I hope so too.
I think the scales that I just saw might be foreboding. Scout didn't speak to any of you before they left, did they?
No.
No.
And that's very odd. Can you tell me now? Or do we need to worry about Cohen's listening in?
Do we? I don't
It's
know.
fine.
There's very little that you
about-
could say to me at this point that I'd be surprised with.
What does Cohen look like right now, by the way?
Cohen appears to be taking the image of an elven man wearing darkened robes, of a bit more of a broader build in the chest, thinner waist and legs, like you never quite saw leg day.
We get out of the rain.
It's up to you. I just want to know what happened.
What happened with Scout?
No, back at the forge.
Oh.
Why am I like this? What happened? Am I cursed?
Honestly, I don't think either of us know what happened to you.
Yeah,
Were
your
you
guess
not
is as good as
there?
ours.
You were in an egg.
I was asking why are you like this before you were dragon.
So we boarded the vessel into the morn legs, and then I became an egg.
You know, Cain,
Yeah.
you make a lot of your
I
previous
need to
self.
know what happened so that I can fix it.
Your previous self made a lot of choices that we couldn't really control. Like we tried to keep it
You don't
under
say.
control.
It all felt a little above our pay grade, yeah.
Yes.
What with the destroying of the like, what did actually happen? Like above table, we destroyed the creator.
A lot.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did that.
I'm like,
You
what?
did. I tried to stop you, but I missed both of my shots.
Sure.
Scout failed as well to stop me with
Yeah.
their checks.
Killed the creator.
So
And then Maggie was just like, or not Maggie, Sarah was just beating on the forge with her sword, trying to like blow it up
Yeah.
Yeah.
the entire
Yes, that I-
time
that I
while
do
I'm
remember.
walking towards it, like with my hand out towards
Yep,
the evil portal.
right.
My evil creepy hand that I was told to
Creepy
stick
hand.
into the portal. Yeah.
So I think Sarah would give Cain a recount of what happened.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, you can
not
speed run me.
yes. Just like resharing what happened. She's not gonna like intentionally keep anything out.
Okay. And what do I think about that, Bubs?
You think it's
Do I
awful?
what
It feels-
would I? Is there something I can roll like Arcana or something, or
Well, Cain-
to like maybe
Cain-
get more insight into what I released exactly?
Oh, I think you have a good idea about what you released. I don't think you need an arcane check. You were given.
Okay.
You're. I mean, one, you're a natural historian. Two,
Okay.
you're very worldly despite the addled mind. And only text refers to, like, very few texts will refer to her as Kyber's Tear or the daughter of Kyber, which is Tiamat.
Do I think we're in immediate danger then? Like, is it a physical form? Do I think it's like a ghost kind of thing going on? Like, do I know any more information about what it might be?
You can surmise from the details of what was happening at the forge. The greater details, like the TLDR, is House Cannith discovered a way to punch a hole into the plane of the dead, known as Dolur. And they were siphoning souls
Into
and
Warforged.
chucking them into Warforged.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the lines, Tiamat was already in Dolur
Okay.
and was
On the planet of the dead.
speaking through the dragon shards. The dragon shard that
Mm-hmm.
you were given some odd years ago, 20 years ago.
So now you're a dragon forged.
Oh no, I am actually a platinum dragonborn, which is the opposite of what Tiamat is. She's all 5 of the evil colors. She has 5 heads.
Yeah.
Each of them is a different representation of an evil dragon, like race. And the platinum one's like one of the only actual like dragons considered to be good, like good dragons.
Okay.
So for some reason, I released Tiamat and got turned into a good color dragon, which is very. That's like that's like backwards. That doesn't like compute. For, like I wouldn't know why that is. That
But you
doesn't
do
really make
remember
sense.
Tiamat using you as a vessel and everything.
Up until the Mornlands Bub said basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then you would be able to surmise that like Tiamat was there and is now gone.
Yeah, I don't know like
Because we could. I
What
think I
that
asked this
means,
last
though.
time. We didn't see anything visually.
You guys also have a pretty good idea, not that anyone is going to believe you, but you have an idea about what caused the day of mourning in the Mornlands.
yeah.
Essentially, that hole where they were siphoning it from, it demanded balance because it was stealing away from the land. And it more or less burped forth a mist that started taking souls back. It started literally siphoning souls from the living and putting them back in Dolur for balance.
So is that how
Right.
all Warforged were made?
That's the question that is never answered in any of the books.
Okay.
It's also ironic because the Warforged are immune to the Mornlands effects, even though they're the stolen souls.
Yeah.
So that it wants back. That's really,
Interesting.
it's like ironic.
The creator, Keith Baker, deliberately left it unanswered because he wanted to see what people would come up with.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like a cop out.
Okay.
And we don't like cops.
So we're in Sharn now.
Indeed.
Okay, what happened to my gear, Bubs?
You got it back. Everybody was given their things
Okay.
back.
Not everybody, Bub.
Even though I got
You're
turned
right.
into a
Well,
egg.
unfortunately, someone lost their horse sword.
That was so sad.
Hey, at least y'all have things. I've got nothing.
Go steal some stuff from your magic shop you work at before.
Yeah, what the hell?
I haven't gotten there yet. Okay, please. I just spawned.
It's actually a great question that we'll answer in just a minute. So, what does Cain, Sera, and Anju do?
We need to find Ivan and see if they're okay. And also, we should visit the academy.
I don't
Sera-
care what we do as long as we get out of the rain.
Anju, are either of you going to tell him what his conditions were for leaving?
Oh God.
To kill.
I know that they mentioned he was upset with me
Yeah, they
inside,
They didn't say
but they
a whole
didn't
lot
give
else.
specifically.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if finding Ivan is a good idea. right
Yeah,
now,
we don't
Cain.
need to.
Remember what we told you? He's pretty pissed at you.
But I'm not the same Cain. I'm a completely different person.
Yeah,
You do look different.
this is true. We could.
Okay, we make up a fake name and you just pretend to be someone else
Yes.
forever.
Okay, Cain, you are now no longer Cain.
That way he doesn't have to be mad at you.
I
Wait, is
agree
this
with
literally
you that
just to
deception
avoid like a
might be the
minor
best way,
feud?
I think
but
we
maybe
should.
not
just
towards
to-
Ivan. Maybe
I think-
towards the general public.
We should just. We should ease Ivan into it. We can't
Dragon
just
alias.
show up with you. So we start off and just say this is our new friend.
Where's Squeaks? Is Squeaks back? Where's Squeaks?
Squeaks will have returned. Squeaks is at the end of your staff.
Okay.
Well, that'll
And
blow our cover.
That's what I'm
sort of-
saying. Yeah.
It's sort of struggling to figure out
Get a little
just
costume for
just
Squeaks.
whom you are, right? Like there is a connection because of your magic that sort of like weaves between the two of you. But you don't look like Dad, dude. You're not the Dad that Squeaks has come to know.
I'm
Dang.
all better now.
Which means Squeaks is gonna like me again.
Strong chance, yeah.
Yes. Wait, that's gonna make him jealous. He's not gonna be able to hold that cover. Good luck.
I'm going to get you so many delicious bugs.
Okay. Yeah. We
What
should.
do we want to be doing?
Should we maybe we just find a place to just like rest for now, or just figure our shit out.
You'd always go see Miriam.
I was about to say maybe we go to the tavern.
A good chance we
What-
might see Ivan there as well.
The broken anvil, as we had to.
That would be a wonderful starting place to reunite with our other companions.
All right,
Well,
let's.
hopefully now it's the repaired anvil. Because we haven't been back yet, have we? We just got back.
No, we haven't. Let's start there.
I think that would be obvious.
No, his name is Squeaks, not like the streamer, but like as in he squeaks. Kind of like a bat, you know.
Multiple squeak.
All right, got it, cool.
Yeah, I fought
a-
his mother to the death. She plagued me in the cave that I lived in, and then when I won, I found out that she was a mommy bat, and then I took her young as my familiar.
Oh.
I didn't know the squeaks lore.
So sweet.
Crazy times in
Yeah.
that cave, you know, eating mushrooms and stuff. So
Oh, the cave.
yeah, very smelly.
Our camera's going to turn.
It's like college.
It focuses now, instead of the anvil, moving into Miriam's. This time we turn into a location known only as the Shining Tome. Marion, excuse me.
I know it's confusing.
It's sort of a blustery day. Lots of rain, lots of wind, very few customers.
Yeah.
It's one of the days that you really wished you didn't have this job. It feels like your traditional shift lasts weeks. And you've been waiting. There's supposed to have been a courier that arrives and is to tell you something in regards to the return of one Ivan Freely, of Scout's honor. But you've waited now for days. Heard hide nor hair of whatever may be becoming of them. The Shining Tome is, to most surprise, significantly larger on the inside. It is a shop of trinkets and baubles, of rarities and magics that you probably shouldn't mess with. You weren't told this in your introduction. That they would know if you began fooling around with things. And, as discussed, she was a little sus. She had this aura, this air about her that made you believe what she was saying. It wasn't just an open threat like knuckle sandwich time. It felt like the graveyard was coming. And you just didn't want to mess with that. It just didn't feel good. But you needed a steady paycheck, and you didn't need a boss looming over your shoulder. And the pay has been steady. No boss looming over the shoulder, and you've gotten comfortable. But that is where the problem lies.
Yeah.
Builds contempt. And as you wait, meandering around, dusting the trinkets for the 100th time, moving things over just so that the tag on them represents the best and most availed price, you hear the door creak open. And a figure in darkened cloaks seems to shake themselves free, and they glance around before they catch you. And they say, "Madam, I believe you are the one Marion, and I'm supposed to be delivering to you this." And he flinches from his vest pocket what looks to be like almost like a business card, but it's a mark of the lantern.
Okay. Hi. Yes, that's me. Thank you. I've been waiting for this. Thank you. It's a very boring day. Sorry, I'm a little excited.
I was told to inform you that your query results in an answer found only at the Broken Anvil Tavern. They've arrived, and they can be found today.
Like now, or will they still be there in a couple hours?
I cannot guarantee how long they will be there, but they are there now.
Okay. Thank you so much. I didn't get your name.
I know. And I'll turn and leave.
Cool. Yeah. Great. Not my best business moment. It's fine. It's fine. Cool.
Marian,
yeah.
you know that you can't leave yet. Because there's still a few hours, at least, before you're supposed to shut the shop down. And it's not much, really. You just have to turn out the sconces, and you have to lock up the door. It's easy enough. You've done it hundreds of times. You've been in Sharn for a little over a year at this point. But do you want to test the patience of your employer?
I mean, not particularly, but I just, I feel like I kind of have to right now. Can I ring her on the phone and call in sick or something? Is there no?
Yeah, there's no service. The providers are a little limited right now.
Okay. Cool. I guess I feel like I've kind of just did something that I don't usually do with this missive and stuff, and I've been very much waiting their return. I feel like I need to go.
Sure.
So I think I'm gonna, put a little note on the door of closed early for emergency. Just so people know. I don't want anyone being disappointed. And turn off the lights. Make sure everything is clean and everything ready for the next day. Do my best to make it so they won't be as mad at me.
Yeah.
And then maybe make my way over to the Broken Anvil. Is that the name? Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You do just that. You very quickly tidy up. It's not as if it needed a lot. You turn down the sconces so that the firelight burns out. You prep the note to place on the door, and as you step out with the keys in hand, when you go to lock the door, It doesn't lock.
Oh.
It's looked like this the hundreds of times before. Every morning and every night,
Yeah.
it locks just fine. You try again?
Did it work?
It does not.
Okay.
You even check the keys a few times before finding, this is definitely the right one. You test it a third time, and it seems to not lock. It feels almost as if something's been jammed inside of the lock, and it's preventing you from turning it.
Can I like look inside the lock and see if there's anything in there?
Give me a perception check.
Cool. I remember where that is. Hold up.
You look down and you try to like shield any outward light so you can get a clean look on the inside, and it's fine. There's nothing there. It's not as if someone came through and jammed something. It's not rusted. There's nothing that would make you think it's been damaged. It's the same as every other day.
Can I Arcana check it?
It's a great
Is that
question.
okay?
It's a great question. You think it's magically enhanced?
It's a magic shop. I feel like that's kind of hand in hand.
Sure. Do you have detect magic?
Surely. Give me 1 second.
Sure. Let's check your character sheet.
Is that in?
It's in your spell list. You do have detect magic.
I was so smart when I made this character.
Yeah. Do you cast detect magic?
Do I click it?
No, I'm just asking if you want to follow through with the spell.
Yeah, I want.
Okay,
I want.
perfect.
Yeah, I want to do it.
As you follow through with the spell, your vision begins to kind of like fade in and out. It's something that you've used prior just to kind of inspect some of the wares that people have brought into this place. You can never assess the value, but you can determine if they're magical. And as your vision sort of pales over and you begin appearing in the magical spectrum, the door lock itself has a series of very intricate enchanted weave of arcane running through it. It's a magical lock.
Oh, okay. So there's no way. There's gonna be no way for me to do this right now. Like to open, like or to lock it, I guess, and close early.
Is that what you guess?
Okay. So I have to figure out something else to do. Can I? Oh no, I don't want to leave it open. What if the store gets robbed? This is so bad. Okay.
Welcome to D&D.
Okay. You know what? I guess we're gonna do it. We're gonna leave the door open. Right, baby. Can I see how far is the tavern from me?
It's not close. It's probably going to take you about 15. I mean, if you're running, probably about 15 minutes by foot.
She gonna curse you.
You want to be a dolphin or something?
Just like barricaded or
Useless
something.
shit like
Put a
fish.
chair. Just put a chair up against it and head out the back.
I think if you turn the lights off and say closed early, the odds are, like, people ain't gonna jiggle on the handles.
But like, will they though? What's Sharn really like? Are we sure of that? Is there a strong social contract? I don't know.
It's raining. Nobody's going outside.
Right.
That's true. Ooh.
Yeah, it's not a giant city full of thieves.
God, my indecisiveness is really biting me in the ass here. Okay, I'm just gonna make a decision. Can I flag someone down to and ask them? Like, is there anybody on the street right now? Can I flag somebody down and
Yeah,
be like,
of course.
can you go to this bar? And there's a group of people that's sitting there. Like, describe them. I have a drawing of Ivan. I've drawn him for sure.
Sure. You
And
just flag
That's
someone
really
down.
creepy.
Some
That's
random
so
person
fucking creepy.
on the street.
Creepy.
Some would say normal. So
Yeah.
not me.
You just be like, I guess oh God, it's so awkward to be like my sort of friends. They don't know me, but I know them.
Did you help me find my new friends? I drew a picture of one of them.
you just let them know that I'm like mid shift right now, but I'm gonna be.
We'll be right over.
Bub, you're
This
a
is
maniac,
gone-
by the way.
This has gone fair. You're
Am
right.
I?
It's just a simple malfunctioning door lock is really diabolical in its own way.
It's wild.
I don't think she would abandon the post. I don't
Marian,
think she.
I would like for you to this is me passing the storytelling stick to you, okay?
Okay.
You're going to flag someone down,
Yeah.
I want you to describe to me what they look like. Give me an age. Give me what you would think is their gender. Give me what their status would look like in this place. I want to know.
Ooh, okay. About 46. We're gonna say like, right? That's an age.
Okay. Yes.
You looked at me funny. I don't know. He's gonna be about 46. Gonna be like maybe like 5'6" to go with the 46. I don't know, just like a chill looking guy in like a trench coat walking in the rain. Doesn't look like he's heading anywhere specifically, but I feel like a trench coat would eat. So yeah.
Got
Does
it.
that work?
That's
Okay.
just
All
trench coat wear.
Salt and peppered hair.
You. All right. So what I'm seeing is
Perfectly
like
non-suspicious.
I'm
person
looking
in a
at,
trench
like,
coat.
I don't know, somewhere between Javier Bardem and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I'm not really sure here, but that's sort of what I'm catching from this.
I don't know
just made
either of
those
those
names
names.
up.
Pedro
I'm sure.
Pascal.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
fake.
a little
Let
bit of
Jeffrey
Pedro
know
Pascal.
so I can watch the shop for sure.
There you go.
Sure.
Okay.
So you stop them and you're quick. You're really fast about this, right? Like you're like, can you do the and slow down. What do you need?
This is gonna sound really weird, but there are some people I'm supposed to meet at the Broken Anvil, and I am mid shift right now, and there's no one that can help me run the shop right now, and I don't want them to leave without me. Would you mind? Can I like write a little letter that's like hi, I'm one of the people that helped get you guys out of where you were trapped, and I'd like to meet you. I'll be there in a couple of hours. Please wait for me.
Are you asking for my advice?
No, I'm sorry. That was over the table. I'm so sorry. Can I have written that down in my little
Yeah, of
notebook
course
and
you
get it
can.
to the
Of course you
person?
can.
Yeah, and show them. I have a drawing of Ivan, for sure, because I've met him. So can I be like, one of them looks like this, if that's helpful in any way? I would really appreciate you to do this.
I'm really pressed for time though. I don't. It's not like I enjoy walking through the rain myself. Why, can I let me get, and he kind of climbs up next to you a few steps up, and he gets under the awning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can just stay here and watch. Are you gonna be back?
Are you sure you can't do this? I can give you a little bit of money to get yourself like a nice cup of tea or a drink, whatever you want.
I don't need money. I don't drink tea. It's dirty leaf water.
Do you drink beer? They have that too.
From time to time, I've dabbled. Listen, I really if you're gonna be quick, I'll sit here. Or you could just leave a note on the door. I do have other obligations. We could try to flag down another patron that seems to be walking by. I'm sure someone else will be just as kind.
I don't think if he has somewhere to be, if you have somewhere to be, you wouldn't have time to watch the shop while I went 15 minutes away. So I appreciate the offer, but unless you can take the note,
Sure.
I'll just hope that they're still there. Thank you, though.
Guess it's not that pressing then. Well, cheers. And he walks on.
Can I
He's
flag
gonna
down
rob
something?
you. That was good. He's gonna rob the shit out of you. So.
Yeah. I don't trust that. I don't trust that.
100% trench coat.
Well, that's why I described him that way.
POTUS out here, apparently.
Oh my god. Okay.
What's the fucking deal with the lock? That's my question.
I don't know either. Is there anyone else walking on the street? Can I flag down anyone else and ask? I feel like she.
It's raining. Like people are not just out walking. Like that was a passerby at that moment. And you're right. You're right to assume that someone out walking in the rain, probably some ill misdeeds, some nefarious intentions.
Not
Okay.
because of the coat. It's raining. Why would you not wear a coat?
That's right.
Okay, I
I'll
guess.
open the coat.
I guess
Okay, good color dragon. Jesus.
It's out of character.
Okay. Sorry if I'm a little like slow and indecisive. I'm
No,
like,
that's fine. It's
I
fine.
don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I can't leave my post. I guess I'm just gonna have to sit there and anxiously wait And I think I'm just kind of going to sit outside, kind of like right in front of the door, because the place is ready to be locked. I'm not
Okay.
going to track in any dirt or mud. I'm just going to
Yeah.
sit outside and wait until I can lock the
Yeah,
door, maybe trying every couple of minutes.
You know that you probably have about 3 more hours at post before lock. And as the courier said, no idea how long that they'll be there, but that they're there right now. This is the imperative with the decision making. Do you stick around and miss your opportunity? Or do you risk it for the biscuit?
Maybe miss your opportunity.
Oh God, I think we're gonna have to you know what? She's enough of a stalker at this point. She'll find him again now that they're out. So, yeah, I think we're gonna have to risk it for the biscuit and stay there. I don't think she would abandon her.
All right, that's a lot less. That's okay. Yeah, I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay, so.
Sorry, is that not the plan?
Do you sit?
No.
Do you sit in the rain then, or do you go back inside?
There's an awning, right?
There is an awning, but it's not much. It's just like a cloth top that sort of hangs over.
Can I sit under it so my hair doesn't get wet?
Yeah,
but
of course.
maybe my legs do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think that's what she'll do. Just literally sitting outside and maybe like tapping her foot on the ground a little bit, kind of like waiting for the minutes to go by.
I got you. That's interesting. The way that you worded that. So, would you say that Marion is impatient?
Yeah, I guess a little bit. And this moment, I think it would kind of depend on the thing, but I think she has a lot of hopes when it comes to meeting them right now, and wants to end her wanderlust. Like she wants to do something. She's sick of being in this shop and doing the same thing every single day. So I think she views this as like a big moment potentially.
Sure.
And is like not. I think she can wait in other scenarios. She's been waiting for years to do something, but now she's just done waiting right now.
She's done waiting. So, okay, then I think that bears me to ask the next question. Is Marion impulsive?
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat? Okay. Yeah. I kind of want you to give me a save then, because it feels like you're kind of coin flipped here. So, I want a will save.
Just like Scout.
How does one find a will save?
Sure, it's on the left side of your character sheet on the primary page. I'll go ahead and pull it up for you just so you know. Where it says Pathfinder, the word, there is a gray box under conditions and buffs that says main. If you click main,
yeah,
and right down below the abilities, so strength, dex, con, there's an area that says fort, ref, and will. So click will.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
16. Okay. Your impulsive nature does not get the best of you. You don't really know. Listen, Marion, you have been diligent, to say the least. You've been there at opening every day. You've been there at close every day. You don't miss time. You don't miss the minutes. You're not sure why the door isn't locking, but you can certainly see that it's magical up to this point. And yeah, you could probably wait a little longer and you might be able to find them, but this is the first time that they have found their way back. I'm not going to force you. Just going to give you this sort of last opportunity here to make a decision before the camera turns again. 5 minutes,
fuck it.
and then 10 pass by. Your feet are drenched.
Yeah. Well, I'll go.
Do you still leave the card on the door though, to say that? Okay. It says like store closed, emergency, right?
Yeah.
It's not like the door is ajar, right? Like it's not just swung open. It's shut.
It's a door. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll go. She can't wait anymore. We'll do it.
Got it. Perfect. Then you begin dashing through the rain. Not knowing what the consequences of your actions may be, just hoping that everything is fine. But you know you're not really long for Sharn. Not anymore. It's fulfilled its task. You've managed to save up a little bit. You've gotten yourself out of debt. You have moved on emotionally from some of the scars of the past. And it's time to venture forth into something new. You can see in the near distance the advertisement, the logo, the broken Anvil Tavern. And just before you start to take your strides forward, you see 3 individuals, one of which you have no idea whom, but 2 of which match the description of the party known as Scout's Honor. Sera, an emboldened paladin in beautiful silver armor, now nursing a weakened arm, a hand that looks injured. Anju, only described as a shady thief, with darkened robes, but as his head turns, the light will flash and you'll catch the glimpse of those cat-like eyes. That's it. That's the moment that you know. That's them.
Oh, hi. I'm glad you're safe.
Marion, do you run up?
like-
you run
do
up
you
to them, or are you
sneak
just
up-
like,
yeah,
are
can
you
you
50
sneak
feet
up
away?
on us?
I feel like I'm like walking towards like kind of like run a little bit like stop like oh hi I'm glad you're safe and just keep walking.
Thank you.
Get another
I think
assassin.
Anju's fur like standing on end. Like his tail poofs up and starts to chill out again.
Marion, can you describe what you look like for these people so they're trying to get a vision of whom you are?
Yeah. Okay. So very pale, translucent pale, white, long hair, back in a braid with like some loose tendrils, gray eyes, like ghostly kind of appearance. She's going to be relatively tall, like 5'9", 5'10", and she's in like this kind of purple and black outfit that is like very pristine, like it has not been through anything, you know. It's a very pristine outfit. Other than wet boots, I guess.
Does she look
That is-
human? Elf?
Yeah, what race are we?
She looks more human than not, without the telltale signs of like elven ears or like the exceedingly strong jaw. But the surprise is the skin color. It looks as if she's never quite seen the sun. The hair is very fine. It's like silk. It's thin, but not really wiry. There's makeup on the face, you can tell, and it's nice in the way that it sort of highlights some of the shape of the face, but the tone of the eye color is also off-putting. She looks more graven than anything, but she doesn't appear to be ill. Rather lively.
I feel like I've seen a ghost.
You know this one.
Anju's just gonna.
No. Do we know you? Sorry.
No, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I know you. You guys are pretty famous nowadays.
Are we?
Yeah, I mean,
Anju's just gonna
What-
mumble into his coffee. Fuck.
What is the word on the streets that you've heard?
oh, there's a lot of words on the street, to be honest. Some that are really great rumors, some that are not so great. I would consider them rumors, yeah. But you know, I wanted to find out for myself. So
Are you a fan?
God, why am I crazy?
Do you? Would
Okay,
you like an
yeah.
autograph from?
We don't have time for
Scout's
this, Sarah.
honor?
We got to find Ivan.
Well, look, we have time for one
Squid,
fan.
you hear the...
Can you
the-
even sign?
I
anything?
feel like Anju's ego would perk up a little bit
That's my
here. I
other
feel like
hand.
Anju would be like, "Yeah, what have you heard?"
Squid, Marion hears the name Ivan, and that is the one that really kind of sparked all of this.
Yeah. Do you know where Ivan is? He's not with you guys.
No, you know Ivan also. Okay.
Oops, Ivan.
I work at the Shining Tome. He comes into my shop a lot, and I noticed he kind of disappeared, like a little bit ago, and so I hope this isn't weird. I've been
It
trying
is.
to figure out what happened to y'all.
He didn't try to sell you potions, did he?
Oh yeah, he definitely did.
Okay,
On the
yeah,
weekly
they're
basis.
definitely
Shouldn't buy
bullshit.
those.
Yeah,
No,
total fucking.
I said I met him, not that I trust him. Please.
And you have a lot of smarts about you then.
Thank you.
Okay, so you work at the Shining Tome.
You noticed that he stopped shopping there?
Well, he used to come in every week, and like
Hmm.
it's a magic shop. It only gets like so many people coming through, so I get pretty familiar with the people that come in. And he just stopped showing up one day, and so I started asking around of like if anyone had seen him, just because kind of odd that he was trying to sell me something and then disappeared. And then I ran into rumors about you guys, and then there was someone named Hal who told me you guys were trapped and that I could free you if I gave a thing to
Anju's
someone.
like looking at Anju's looking at Sarah like, oh,
Wait a minute.
look over at Cain.
Would you mind just reversing
Go
just
on.
a little bit?
As you're saying that, like you guys you're it's a light rain, but it's a lot of light rain. Like it's coming
Okay, yes,
down.
actually, let's go
Are we not inside right now?
No.
I thought
Because
we
my
were
No,
hair-
we're
inside.
outside.
Hey, I'm so back, baby. The guy who has no idea where we are in physical space is back. Thought we were inside
Yes.
this whole time.
You know what? We're gonna have
Walking
a
in the rain.
conversation.
Yeah.
Let's go inside and grab a drink so that my armor doesn't get rusted from the rain. Shall we?
Anju
Yeah.
already holding the door open for.
Okay.
By all means.
You swing the door open, and you are met with the warmth of the anvil, the tavern. The patrons are there. They seem to be hustling and bustling, and as the door shuts behind you, you can tell that, all things considered, while there is rain and there are plenty of patrons, there's not a lot of warmth to be met by those that are kind of coming through here. You realize that most of the warmth was the welcoming from Ivan. It seems like no matter where he would go, people either knew him and they loved him, or they knew him and they hated him, but they couldn't get rid of him. It's like they were stuck with him, and he tried to make the best of whatever the scenario is. And there you see him. Ivan. His back to you. He doesn't realize that it's you yet, but he's sitting at the bar. You recognize the white t-shirt. You see the golden blonde hair running down his back.
I kind of like elbow Anju and the rest of the crew and just
I
point.
also elbow Anju.
I fucking see him.
Anju.
Like Anju's just.
in
Anju's saw
there,
him
Anju.
first.
Marian.
Anju's been looking at him first.
You see all of their eyes trained upon this man up there, and it takes a moment because you've always seen his face, but you realize their focus, their intent focus. And then you recognize the hair, and you start kind of remembering the build.
Can I just walk over?
Of course you can.
I think I'm gonna just like see him staring and go like, that must be him, and just walk
Yeah.
straight over and be like, hi Ivan, it's good to see you.
There's a spot on either side, left and right. Ivan, from where you were at the bar,
Can I slink into the shadows to observe?
give me a stealth. There is a feminine voice that appears
I'm
from behind you.
popcorn.gif right now.
You hear a hi, Ivan. It's good to see you. You know the voice, but you can't quite place it. And as you turn, you're met with the face of Marion. And you're not quite sure as it slowly starts rolling back. That's the girl at the Shining Tome. She worked behind the counter. You were seeing her for a couple of weeks, trying to peddle off, sell these potions, these miracle cures. And she just wouldn't bend, while the others would either shove you out or inevitably buckle. She kept saying better luck next time.
I'll just kind of like side-eye her, so I don't really catch the rest of the crew because I'm just kind of, I'm enjoying myself.
Well, you certainly don't fucking see Anju.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Does a 28 do it?
I don't see
really
Anju.
wanna hide.
I'm the
I
storyteller.
look over and I notice.
Where'd he go?
Say, wow, there's an empty shadow over there. And then I go, oh yeah, Julianne, right?
Marion, I I work at the Shining Toe.
Marion? No, that's her.
No, not Miriam. Marian. There's normally a counter in front of me when we've interacted.
Oh yes, you work at the bookshop. Yes. Oh my God, Marianne, it's so good to see you. How's job?
It's fine. I'm glad that you're alive. You just kind of disappeared. I haven't seen you in like however long of
Assumed
time
that I
it
was
is.
dead. Not that like I got a different job, I moved, you just assumed that I died. That's what happens. People are creatures of such habit. They do the same thing every single day without question. The same monotonous life that could get excruciatingly boring very quickly.
Well, at least
Like
I
if you
do.
logged into the same job every day.
Really
9 to 5.
defensive.
You just look.
Damn.
I don't know you that well. You just seem like a persistent type of person, and I was quite shocked you didn't give me one final big sales pitch before disappearing.
Yeah, you know why I didn't give you one final big sales pitch?
No, that's literally why I'm asking.
Because I died.
Because I died.
At this point, Sera will begin
It's
walking
really
over
insensitive to bring that up.
I
toward
didn't know. I'm sorry.
the two of them.
No, I'm just fucking with you. No, it's good to see you, Marianne.
Ivan.
I'm
Ivan,
gonna do one of these. I'm gonna look over.
Oh!
As I take a peep at your hand.
Yes. Hi, Ivan.
It is so wonderful to see you. And you have a friend, a new lover.
Hello, Ivan.
Say a new lover.
A new lover.
I think not.
Yes, I'm into Dragonborn now.
Do I
yes.
recognize that voice?
Oh boy. I don't.
Can I? Okay, can
this
I?
is
I'm
our
stealth-
friend.
We need to speak alone, Ivan.
This is our friend
Can
Marsh.
I'm gonna appear. Hold on. I'm gonna appear from the shadows with my 19 stealth, and I'm gonna give you a big old cat paw on the back, hopefully startling you, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, this is our new friend, Cameron. How you doing, buddy?
Yes.
Marshall Cameron. Marshall Cameron is their name.
Yes.
So
Marshall
I
know I
Cameron.
may look a little different, Ivan, but it's still me.
Marshall Cameron, have we met before?
I think Anju's kind of got his hands on your shoulders, and he's kind of
You're ready to
excited to
him
see
in
you
case
again. Like, well, no, I think Anju is like, I guess he wasn't expecting to see Ivan again so soon. He's kind of like marveling. It's like, wow, it's really you. You're okay, kind of business. It's not
I
saying.
know
any
you
of
may
that,
be
but he's
taken
kinda
back by my new form, but we need to speak about urgent matters.
I don't know you.
It's me. Look, that squeaks.
Man, it's working.
Can I just say you look so different than your wanted poster?
Me? Clearly, I've metamorphosized into this creature.
Oh,
So this is Cain, and you guys didn't want me to know that it was Cain.
We wanted to ease it into.
Why?
Whoa.
Because
It's all right. I'm not insane anymore.
wanted to ease you into
I don't believe
it.
that. You know I can't believe that. You've said that many times and then gone insane immediately after.
Oh, he doesn't do that anymore. We think probably.
Since when? Like 3 days ago?
That
Hey.
well of wild power stirs no longer within me.
So you
Yeah.
hatched out of your egg or something? Like what the fuck happened?
kind of imploded into the egg. The egg
Used-
imploded into him.
I say he passed the
It
vibe
cradled
check.
my
Just
human
trust me,
form
bro.
and turned me into this with magic.
Hold on, I'm gonna. Put,
And
I'm gonna
because
t-
you
put-
ran from that one combat, we know that the chicken came before the egg.
Oh, okay. Anju
I need
hangs
to
his
speak
head
to
in
you about
shame.
your father, Ivan.
Yeah, we can talk.
The tone shifts immediately.
Can I get a pot of coffee going? We haven't even talked to the.
This is
Would you like to go to a room?
They've got it.
A little more private.
Yes, and Cohen is not invited. Is he still here?
I never left.
Cohen's here?
Yes.
Where was Cohen?
He was with us because he helped us get from where we were to here, House Theroni. We had
Bob said that there was only 3 of you guys, so where is he back?
I know, I just blend in. It's kind of my job.
Oh God.
Wait, what's your job?
You're even stealthier than the cat guy. No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
Cohen.
weird. He just tried to hide in plain sight, literally in front of me.
Cat man.
I'm gonna
Cain, we should speak.
go do something else. And he just kind of walks away.
There he goes.
I feel like I'm gonna
Disappeared into
try
the
to.
crowd.
I'm gonna try to order some coffee, or what was your name, Marianne?
Marion. It's
Marion.
It's
Marion.
one word.
Marion.
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 Marion and then Mariam.
Yeah.
And then, okay.
Yeah.
Miriam.
Does anybody need a drink?
Marion, while they talk, I would like to get your recount of everything thus far.
Oh,
That you know
Honestly, that's
about
what
us.
Anju wants to hear too.
Yes. So
I don't really care about that thing.
Okay, so it sounds like we're dividing the party.
Well, not necessarily.
For
In the
14
same
days,
location.
2 more episodes.
no.
we can maybe all get a table and talk. It seems like you guys have a lot to catch up on too.
True. Well, I mean, we could all just.
No, thank you.
Okay.
I won't mince these important matters with the newcomer.
Okay. Fine. Then the 2 of you get a private room.
She can
Please.
continue to fluff your pancakes, as they say.
No one says that.
Is that not a thing anymore?
I think it's biscuits. I think you fluffed the biscuits. It's
The city has
you've
changed
you've
so
been in an
much.
egg. You've been in a cave, and then you've been in an egg. It's like, and you're in a, you're trapped inside the prison of your own mind. So,
Time
you know,
has no meaning.
Yeah. A little ominous, but sure.
We'll be
yeah.
back.
Where do you go?
Marion,
The corner, the sneaky
We'd love a
corner where we
room.
do shady things.
Can we go back to that
away
booth?
from everything else? A
room.
little bit somewhere quiet to speak for just a few minutes.
Where he can murder me in peace.
Can we take number 4?
Oh boy. He is gonna kill him.
I promise not to let him vomit on a bed.
That's the room where he vomited on the bed. When's he coming in? I've got
I
words
do
for him.
apologize for that. Hopefully the gold we poured into this establishment will make up for my
That's him.
upset stomach.
He's changed forms.
Her eyes flinch very tightly, like when an old person's like, huh? Like you're really trying to get a sense for what the hell is going on. What is your AC? Cobalt.
Mine?
Yeah.
14.
Swinging at you.
Roll to confirm.
Damn, dude. Wait, is that the
Everybody's
second time
always
somebody
punching me.
Somebody,
I'm
that's
being
wait.
so
I'm pretty
nice.
sure I crit him when I pot shouted him too, right?
What you said it was
Motherfucker.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. She does not succeed on the critical.
I have full HP now, right? Though,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
because I was at 9.
Wait, what the fuck is happening?
I'm dead.
Oh.
You take 2 points of lethal damage as she quickly, like lightning speed, picks up a salt shaker and just smokes you right in the face with it. Just blasts you with a salt shaker.
Does it
You puked
shatter
on
like
my
a-
sheets,
Oh, whoops.
and you made it invisible. She's seething with anger. You know the kind where the spittle is coming from the lips. The words don't even really make a lot of sense.
Oh, she's powerful.
Mess with Miriam. Don't mess with the tavern keeper, man.
He
You
did
always
do
didn't
that.
mean to make a
he
foe
did do
of you.
that. The
My
scoundrel.
mental capacities were at an all-time low. I am firing on all cylinders now.
That is
Miriam,
true.
that one's on the house. He'll be paying for all the drinks tonight as well.
Can I pay you?
I do have gold. It's the
Can
least
I
I
pay
can
you
do for the
beam him
troubles I
in the
put you
forehead
through.
again?
She's not sure whether she should pick up the salt or the pepper shaker to match or not because you threatened gold and then someone else also offered gold to continue hitting you. So she's kind of torn right now, but her face is getting deeper and deeper in shades of red. Before she just, in the frustrated, she points up to room 4.
Like you're a slider,
Thank you,
like,
Mom. I mean, Miriam.
It's so good to see you. You look great.
Is he? You talking to me?
I'm talking to her.
Ah,
You'll get yours.
I imagine when you want to cuddle with me later.
So before the conversation between Cain
For
and between
warmth.
Ivan, I want to afford to offer the others here, the three of you, an opportunity to kind of have your conversation at the table. There's a certain tension that leaves the room when Ivan and Cain step off to the stairs and ascend. It's physical. You can feel it. It's not some kind of a tension where you're like, ooh, there's something cooking there. You're like, there's bad blood.
Yes.
Dylan?
Well, now that we've let them deal with their problems, okay, Marion, why don't you tell us? You were beginning to tell us how you learned of us and
Yeah,
some
tell us
stories
about us.
and things.
Yeah.
Specifically the stuff with Hal.
Oh, yeah. Do you know him?
Yes, an old friend of mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I don't really know him. Can I also, to make sure we're talking about the same Hal, I have my little notebook. I drew him. If this is the guy that you know, a guy just kind of tapped on me. I was here actually, and he tapped on my shoulder and told me that he knew that I had been asking about you guys. Again, I was just really curious of rumors because I was concerned about Ivan, and he asked if I would do a favor to help free you guys.
To help free us.
He said you were at his house.
How did you help free us?
He gave me a missive and I gave it to somebody in the bar later that night. Really interesting looking person. Really cool eyes. Do I right? My character knows his name, right? Marion knows the guy.
Did you? You didn't get his full name.
I got his first name.
You got his first name.
Yeah. His name was Mog or something.
Anju will spit out his coffee.
You okay?
What was that? So above table, you only know Maug. You don't know.
I don't know his
But,
last name.
I assume that would register with me at least. It's not a common name.
No, but I mean, there's also at this time there's still a lot of people. There's bizarre pronunciations. You'd probably be curious
Sure.
about that if it was Maug or Mog or Moog.
Yeah, I feel like you see Anju's ears perk up under his hood as he tries to compose himself, and I think he'll try to play it off. He's not even gonna just what he'll ask. What was that name? What was that name again?
Mog. I didn't. He only said his name once, but he had really big teeth that I asked him about.
Big? Were they? How sharp?
Relatively sharp. I don't know if he was eating funny. It was interesting to watch. I wish I drew him.
Yeah, me too. Anju's gonna trail off. He's just gonna be
So, okay.
staring into the middle distance.
I'm still
a
trying to
moment.
connect how the missive helped free us.
Yeah, what's the connection there?
I don't know. Hal told me not to look at what was inside it, and I didn't because I don't know. I guess I was a little nervous. I'd never really done anything like that before. And then when Mog, whatever his name is, when he opened it, he asked who I was interested in the party. He asked about you, Anju.
Anju will spit out his coffee a second time.
Are you okay, Anju? Your coffee. Is
Stop spitting!
Does it not taste well?
No, he asked about me. His voice will jump an octave. You said Maug,
Yeah.
whichever weird name. Never heard of it. Asked about me, in particular.
Yeah, I don't know.
How sharp were the teeth exactly?
You're really fixated on the teeth. Yeah, they were sharp, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really inquisitive as much as I should have been on his teeth, I guess.
He was a man, a regular man.
I wait, above the table. I
Yeah.
recognize that he was disguising himself, right?
I mean,
I did.
Yeah, you aren't, particularly in regards to whom you are as a person, you aren't unfamiliar with people that can disguise themselves. And you saw
Yeah.
some of the telltale signs, like the fact that he set a pair of glasses on his face that hovered above his actual skin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he looked like a man, but I don't know. He could have been disguising himself. It's not unheard of. Is that? Did I do something wrong? I'm sorry. I
No,
just.
you're.
No. Just we're trying to.
So you. So Hal gave you the was it the missive, and then you gave it to him, and so somehow that resulted in us being released.
Yeah.
In theory, did
So maybe is that how we got out of House Theroni? Were they? Maybe that's why we were treated nicely and not like, I don't know, prisoners, quote
were
unquote.
there any other details that you noticed, or any like, I don't know, symbols?
Oh yeah. And then I don't know if Bub can hear this, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe we wait.
Maybe we halt for a second. Well, I guess we'll get back to it. Also, I did not expect that to be so awkward. I'm real.
No,
red in the
you're
face
great.
Right now.
You've literally.
It's funny. I just was not expecting. I was
No.
like, I'm gonna be so suave about it.
No,
There's no way to be suave about being a stalker.
not with this group.
I thought it was great.
No, you're literally perfect. You're literally
Yes.
crushing it. There is no wrong.
Oh.
There's no wrong answers here in the first place.
I do. Okay, Slayer.
Yeah. No.
Now- Now that
I
Bub is
used to be the one that. But I remember the times that Bub was like, "You have 10 seconds. Make a choice." You know, like you're doing
He
great.
said it wasn't like 4 sessions ago. Like,
But those are some defining moments for Anju.
Yeah.
As you know,
Yeah.
that put a little pressure on. No, but yeah, you're doing fantastic.
Okay.
So okay. So
Yes.
you
Return.
I was asking, did you remember anything else, like maybe any like symbols or any markings or anything like that? And it's like you can see that Anju's like visibly freaked out. Like he's trying to keep it together.
Yeah, there was, I mean, actually someone came in today and they gave me a little note card saying you guys were coming here, and it has this sign, and the guy had the sign too on his like hand.
And so
Yeah. What is?
show us the lantern.
Yeah, it would be on the, yeah, it's on the, I hand you the card with the little lantern
So above
on it.
table, I don't think I've said anything about this to anybody. Like I think
I think
Like,
it
I
was
don't remember.
brief,
Did- I
but you
did-
didn't get enough information to kind of confirm anything. The only thing that you really were aware of is that you encountered someone who literally was missing their tongue and warned you to
Yes.
not ask more about it.
yeah. So and I don't think my character knows anything really about. Trying to remember. It's been a hot minute.
I do have in my notes that you were given.
Yeah, I was given a parchment that had the emblem of a black lantern on it, but the guy who gave it to me had his tongue removed and was like,
Right.
don't. So, I feel like at this point I'm gonna like pull Sera and Cain aside and be like, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you're
Cain.
upstairs. I'm gonna pull Sera aside. See, I'm so back, baby. I don't even remember who's in the room. But I feel like I would be like, Sera, can I talk to you for a second? Like, hey, can you excuse us for a second?
Yes, Anju. You have been acting very strange. These past 10 minutes.
So I think that maybe the reason that we were treated so well, and maybe the reason, or at least the reason that we were allowed to leave, I think that. Do you remember this? Do you remember us talking about my grandfather a bit? Do you remember?
Yes.
Way back when we were originally here,
Yes.
Yeah. I think that might be him. And I still have the parchment. Like, I'll pull it out and like show her and be like, this is the same symbol that she's talking about. Like, because I think at this point, Anju doesn't even know if they're in danger or if they should, like, he's kind of just like, at this point, just like info dumping. Like, I think that not only is my grandfather still alive, but I think he's at least was in town, like, and
Do you think your grandfather is the one who was giving Marion the info, or somebody that works for your grandfather, perhaps?
I think that, I think that's a good question. Above table, I don't even know what I think. I think that.
Okay, that's fine. But okay, just roll it back here for a second, Anju. You are saying that this symbol that Marion just showed us
Yes.
is related to your family.
Yes. In a manner of speaking. I'm not quite sure the connection. Because above table, I don't think Anju knows anything about the Black Lantern, right? He's not informed on this. He only knows the one thing, that it was like basically
it's a
like
no-no. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big thing
just
you
like,
need to put down.
Don't pull on this thread.
Yeah.
Basically, and to know that thread has I guess I'll explain that story because I don't know if I've explained that to Sera or not, but like
No.
so well I I think it would have been like what a week, however long ago, a while back, I was sort of inquiring because it's what we were like in a town, we had downtime, and I was like looking for answers about Malgmore, right? Is how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like doing recon, trying to find my grandfather, and I did find information, but all I really got was this same symbol and a man who had had his tongue violently removed, and let's just say he was giving mind your own business energy. He really, I'll say it spooked me maybe a little, and so now it was kind of a thread that I was told not to pull on, and now it seems like it may be being pulled with or without us.
I see.
And also, my grandfather might be like legendarily dangerous. Also, maybe, and maybe really like powerful, possibly. Like, do I know the connection with? Does he have a connection with the king or a connection with the Freelies or something? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Do I know this stuff yet?
Yeah. On the back of the silver plate mount that you guys got on the forge, there was a drawn picture of the previous adventuring party that consisted of Richard
Right.
Freely,
Yeah. Right. I remember now.
Ivan's mom, Ivan's stepmom, the imperator of the forge that you were at. That was the director of the forge, and a catfolk that was Malgmore. That's Anju's grandfather.
Yes. Okay.
What if he's here? It's like Anju's just like looking around, like.
As if we don't already have enough people watching us or trying to kill us or other related problems. Now we have your grandfather and this lantern.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's proud of me or something. It's probably fine, right?
Okay, well, now that they're tied in with this.
Yeah. Can we like go back over?
Yeah, it's like
and just try to play it cool?
We had a very long aside here, and now...
like I'm like hyperventilating, just like. Yeah. So, no further questions. How are you?
Anju, you're making it very weird.
Marian, how are you?
I'm fine. I hope I didn't say anything wrong. You guys seem a little.
I don't know what you mean. No, you didn't say anything. That was unrelated. That was to do with Ivan and our friend. It's nothing. It has nothing. It was unrelated.
Okay.
We very much appreciate the info on how you know of us, and also for helping us apparently get out. That
Yeah.
yes.
Did he give you anything? Is there?
No, I don't, I'm sorry. I wish I
No, it's fine.
And so that's basically everything, right? That happened. So you got the letter, you sent it, and then they met with you again, and that's basically it.
Yeah, only other thing is like Maug said something about making a life complicated or something. Um
Oh,
it wasn't I asked I think if he knew you guys and he said not really. Um and he just said it makes life complicated and I said some things are meant to be complicated or something like that. Very spiritual of me. Uh so yeah.
Anju knows what that means, I think.
hmm.
Perhaps, yeah, above table. Perhaps it was not my parents hiding him from me after all. It was all of them. Perhaps he was hiding himself. Well, that's it. That's all. That's all I got. Like, I think Anju at this point is like very, very lost in thought at the moment and probably looking around. Like, can I actually, fuck it. Can I look around for somebody who might, like, I know he wouldn't be here, but it's like, fuck it.
Anju, you spin. You start
Spin.
gazing the crowd, peering off to everyone, looking at those around you, thinking that the watchful eyes of either this symbol, the owners of this symbol, maybe your actual grandfather himself might be here in this moment watching you. Nothing reaches out to you. It's just more pressure. It continues to mount around you. You've always felt like you've been watched. And there's been a lot of evidence that points to yes, but you've never had something that's so damning. Until you met this very stranger, this Marian. How she comes into play is totally by happenstance, and it's wild to say that she's met your grandfather before you. You're not sure if that's insulting or if that's interesting.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. That is, we talked about some. Anju's gonna order a big beer. Is what he's gonna do, and I think, like without even looking up, he's just gonna kind of not under his breath, but just so you can barely hear it. Marion, he's. What was he like?
Marian, before you can answer that,
Yeah.
our camera's going to turn. It shifts away from the table and kind of pulls back as that question lingers there for a moment, and you think back to that figure who'd introduced himself as Maug. How he smelled his tea and how he sifted and sniffered as much as he possibly can. But it pulls back to room number 4. There is no light inside of this room. It's not like there's a switch. You can light the sconce on the wall. But the two of you are met with just a small amount of light. Just a small amount. Do either of you turn on do you light a candle? Do you burn a torch? What do you do here? Maybe you have a spell prepared for this. What does this look like?
I mean, if it's easy to turn on the sconce, but I don't really have any of those supplies.
Okay.
I think I have flint and tinder. I have torches.
Sure.
I should have.
Sure, of course. Yeah, that's totally fine. There is a bizarre
I'll let him get comfortable.
and heavy tension. You can kind of sense it. Ivan's normally very, I don't want to say chipper with you as much as he's aloof, but it feels like there is some sort of intent behind this. That being said, you're led to the room, and you shut the door behind you. You allow him to get comfortable as you light the sconce on the wall, casting just enough light in here to illuminate fully for both of your adjusted eyes.
Now, Ivan, before you talk, let me just say something.
Mm-hmm.
And Cain will go right in front of Ivan, and he's gonna get down on both knees. Not in a weird way. And he's gonna like bow down, and he's gonna say, like, "Nah, I know what I've done is inexcusable, and I was possessed by something that took all control from me. I don't remember anything after the airship as soon as we boarded the vessel to the Mournlands, but our companions have filled me in, and it is a terrible thing that has happened. I feel fully responsible. I only wish that all of you could have stopped me, even if it had costed my life. But the fact remains that what is done, and I will now dedicate my life to correcting the wrong that I have imparted upon the world."
How do I know that you're not still insane? How do I know that it still doesn't have some loose grip on you, or it's just waiting to come back? Because apparently it can come back before.
Before, I still felt something gnawing at the edge of my mind. It was a slight reprieve from the madness that I succumbed to for all of those years, and now in this new form, that gnawing power, that temptation to tap into it is gone. There's no urge no compulsion
Cast a spell.
to do these strange things.
Cast something simple. Make something disappear. Prestidigitation.
I'll sit up and I'll hold up I'll hold up some coin, a gold coin, and I'll press it into digitation and make it smell like cheese.
Sure. You flinch the coin from whatever pocket or bag that you happen to have, and as you draw it forth, you can see some of the arcane wisps sort of rise from your hand, but where you're expecting flame or frost, something to change visibly before you, nothing physically happens, Ivan. At least not what the eyes can detect.
I'll flick it to it. Give it a sniff.
Cheese man, I see.
And then I'll do it again, and I'll clean the coin in his hands with prestidigitation, or make it appear to be clean. It's not actually clean. It's just like that's how prestidigitation works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I believe that you're not currently being controlled by this uncontrollable magic. But if it's no longer has a hold on you after the events, the Forge, it's probably because it escaped.
Sure it did, and I take full responsibility. Our party members told us you were quite cross with me and even wanted to try and deceive you. But I know that you're too sharp for that, Ivan. You're a smart fellow. I also need to tell you one more thing. When we were in house... About your father, that's right. When we were in House Theroni, we were kept there, or I should say the others were, while I was in my cozy little egg, or whatever the fuck it is. And when I emerged, they took us all together, and to release us, they were made to make promises. I was having no part of it, but I believe it was Sera agreed to their terms, which, well, she is to carry a ring on her finger that lets her give them our location at all times, with the threat that if she removes it, there will be repercussions, as well as the promise to end your father, Richard Freely's life. Now, I don't know if Sera was trying to deceive them, but she seemed very convincing.
On what grounds did they want to take the life of my father?
I said we should agree to no such thing before speaking to you, even though last we spoke, you were on ill terms with the man.
Well, I did get to speak to him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Curious.
He is sick. He's
Is he not
kind of like... He is. Magical sickness, maybe a curse or a hex. I don't exactly know.
Well, I would be happy to lend any sort of aid and expertise in the arcane that I can provide.
I appreciate that. I didn't even know where I was for the most part, and that means that's probably how come House Theroni has not killed him yet. His location is probably a very well-kept secret, and I hope you understand that in giving me this information, it's probably best that only one of us holds it, so I will keep that from you. But he was similar to you, trapped in a prison, not super physical, but more of their situation.
And you were summoned there. The others said,
Yeah.
some sort of undead creature carted you away.
Vampire-y guy, yeah. Not much of a talker. Yeah, it turns out that my family played a larger role in the Mournlands in the Day of Mourning that we may have once seen. My mother was a very powerful witch, and she had a deal with a patron. It was some more dark magic. But
How do you plan on dealing with that? Isn't your
One step at
current
a time.
stepmother, wasn't she not in your father's party as well? I've been filled in on the events at the Forge, although
okay,
only
I have a
as
question.
good as Anju and Sera can describe them.
I have a question. Can I?
Scout is also gone, Ivan.
Scout is gone.
Scout
Dead.
was unable, did not speak after the
No,
event.
it's not.
And once we were freed, she changed into some abominable form of half warforged, half dragon, and she took off without a word. I hope that the thing that had its claws in me is not now controlling Scout somehow.
It might be, or Scout probably is just very upset at the fact that her creator is dead.
I don't know how a human like myself could have the power to eliminate such a powerful being.
Human.
But I no longer. Perhaps this is my penance. These sharp teeth and this elongated snout. This bumbling tail that I can't seem to get a grip on how to use. Just
It helps you
slapping
with
against the wall.
balance. Helps you with balance.
Oh, I see. I'll have to look into that. Maybe Anju can give me some more tips.
Can you breathe fire?
I haven't tried. That
I would not
be
recommend
nice.
here. I would not. That was
I
not
would
an opening
never do
to,
such a thing.
to
I am
ruin
so
Marian's
embarrassed.
room again.
I can't believe that the old me vomited all over the bed. What a horrid thing to do. The stench must have been terrible.
I will say I'm not going to miss the smell. You have, in your new form at least, gotten a new try at scent. So let's
It
keep
is
up
quite
with it this time.
fetching, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know how scales do in the bath. I imagine that you're more self-cleaning.
I don't know, but it still hurt when Miriam hit me. So they can't be that great. It's good to see you laugh, Ivan. I am so sorry about your family and about how the Forge went. If I could have given my life, if I only had a choice,
To give your
I
life.
would have done so for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And now I
appreciate
think
you saying that.
all I can do now is chase this thing we released and somehow try to stop it.
Then we should get on with it. Shouldn't waste much time. Sounds like the fate of the world is at stake.
And so it shall be, Ivan Freely. But I must warn you, that one downstairs is quite taken with you. She seems almost obsessive.
It wouldn't be the first time I had a girl obsess over me.
I was going to mention you were quite the looker when I met her, but that was unspoken.
Maybe I can introduce her to Idio. Get her off my
Where
back.
is good Idio? Have you seen him yet?
Oh, I got back mere moments before you guys. Barely got a good meal in.
Well, hopefully we can catch him. I think we should stop by the academy, though, and if I recall, we left a petrified friend there. He is still stoned, most likely, but maybe they just showed mercy and undid his impairment.
Are you wanting to go back to the academy to see a certain somebody?
I won't say that checking in on Domina may not be a reason.
He stumbles
Yes.
over his words slightly.
It would be nice to know that she is safe and nothing else.
Well, we should get back to the group. Do you mind?
Agreed. Watch
mind
out for
running
Sera.
along?
She might try to kill your father.
Yeah, as long as I don't
forget about that.
tell her where he is. Why don't you go on without me? I need to wash up for a moment. I'll be down in like a couple of minutes.
All right, I'll let the others know that this went well. Once again, I am sorry, Ivan. I know you must be furious with me. It will just take time, but I'll prove my worth. I'll prove that I am no longer that abomination I once was.
We'll get our proof one way or another.
And with that, I will exit the room and head back downstairs.
Of course. Ivan,
You know what I want to do, Bob.
I have an idea.
I want to call to him. I need to talk.
Ivan idea?
What do you? How does this look? What do you say? Do you have a name for the figure?
I don't have a name. I would go up to the window and kind of just like look outside and just say, I know you're listening. We need to talk.
I'm always listening.
You have a name. Or at least something I can call you.
You can call me Keeper.
Keeper. He's changed.
Yes, I can tell.
Does he have the evil within him? What you seek?
There's a pregnant pause when you ask that question. It takes him a moment before you're just delivered this almost dull pain in the back of your mind.
No. But he's never far. I think if we stay close, we can find. Because she'll answer to him. She needs him still. Just
So
as
for now, I
need you.
don't. So just to be clear, for now, I don't need to kill Cain Carpenter.
No, I think your presence is rather important right now.
Phew, what a fucking relief. And I just walk out the door. Like, I'm kind of happy with it. Like, fuck this guy. I want to get out of, I hate being alone with him in the darkness. That's creepy as shit.
Perfect. You don't even afford him an opportunity to continue to speak to you.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Like creepy voice in there. Hey, wait.
I'll pinch the flame as I walk out. you
Sure.
know,
You- and it peels out of the sconce itself. And you exit. You leave room 4. Can I get a perception before you leave? I will let you know it's a high DC.
I'll give it a reroll.
Okay?
Ooh.
Perfect. Ivan, when you had stepped into the room, Cobalt took a little bit of control of the story and he said, I'm going to let Ivan get comfortable. And I assumed that just sort of meant because he got down and he didn't quite beg for forgiveness as much as he just sort of like pleaded for sensibility. And in an effort to do so, it might have, if I can take some liberties here, do you think you would have sat down somewhere? Like maybe at the edge of the bed or on like the nightstand, something like that?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was definitely making comfortable in the bed.
Okay. On your way out of the room, you catch a glimpse of something dark that you know wasn't there before. Marian Pinebridge is borderline OCD. the neuroses with making sure that her rooms are pristine for every guest that stays there. And you're not sure if that's something that was developed in old age or if it's something that she was just born with. But you know her rooms are spotless. They're perfect. And it was right where you were sitting. Do you continue to leave the room or do you stop for a moment?
There's some, like, I left like a butt stain.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely go back and, what the hell?
When you head back to the bed and you get a closer look, it is roughly the shape of your right palm. You can see where it kind of bumps into the nubs of your fingers, and it looks almost like you were leaving some sort of darkened tar-like trail.
I'll put my arm like on myself and see if it like, you know.
Nothing. But when you look at your hands, it's sort of like if you've touched ink and you've washed your hands, but it rests in the lines in your palm, like you can't quite get it all the way out. You can see these darkened lines in your palm, like ink is just welled into your palm itself.
Uh-oh. Can I like, is there like a basin or something I can wash in? Like, can I like go try to like wash it off or?
Yeah. She's quick to keep. I mean, it's gonna be like room temperature, but there is water, is like a wash pot, and ceramic like basin by the foot of the bed, and you can kind of like rinse your hand unless you wanted to go for the spot on the linen itself.
No, I was gonna try to see if I can get off my hand because I can't fix the linen until I fix my hand.
Yeah, you can do it as you sort of begin to kind of like wash it away from your hand. It takes a moment, but it does inevitably rinse away. And as you're drying your hands off, sort of like on your pants or on the bed itself, you glance up, and you can see what looks to be where this like ink, this like ick itself, has started to cause the fibers themselves to sort of lift. It's almost like it's creating like an acid burn.
So we burned the fucking room again, bub?
Just where your hand touched. It's not on fire. But
Yeah,
whatever
we
that
did
is starting to
boiling vomit last
it's starting to consume the fibers.
Can I like put them in the wash and like see if it?
Yeah, you do. But it never really comes out. In fact,
it's just slowly eating the fiber still.
Wherever that like ink, the inky ichor is, it just consumes right through it.
Does it eventually stop?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So it's not like an infinitely burning. Okay. Infinitely eating. Okay. Spreading. It's just. Okay. What it touches, it dissolves until it runs out of fume, right? Runs out of steam, right?
From what you can surmise, yes.
Okay. And do I have it on me anymore?
Nope.
Okay. And it didn't burn me. Okay. Cool. Noted.
You leave the room. It's probably been a little less than a minute. Cobalt, as Cain descends the stairs, you can see that the others are sitting at a table. They seem to be having some short conversations, something light, but you can tell by the general feel. You're getting the vibe check, if you will, of the table. It sort of feels as if Anju's kind of placed on the back foot. He seems not scared as much as he's concerned. He's anxious. Not twitchy, but he's very alert.
How are we doing here?
Fine.
Anju, is that a beer?
No. He drinks the beer.
How did everything?
Right.
How did it go? You're still here and not.
Yeah, you're still
dead?
alive, I see.
Oh, well, I think it probably went about as good as it could have gone, considering the circumstances. He didn't hit me, so
What did you tell him?
progress. Well, I told him you perhaps might try to murder his father.
Okay, Anju finishes the
And-
beer.
I apologize profusely for playing the role I did in the forge. And I would extend the same courtesy to both of you as well.
You know, we've never been much for keeping secrets in this friend group, have we?
You couldn't have just waited until we were all together?
I find that honesty is the best policy. You'll not see deception from this version of Cain, the original.
I'm just stewing in the drama. I'm just gonna keep shut
Sure.
and just listen. I'm taking these rumors in.
And I warned him about this one as well. Too chipper. Very. What's the word? Extrovert.
Yeah, you are suspiciously nice.
Well, Cain, we learned from our new friend that they helped us get out of House Theroni.
Oh, it seems we owe you a debt, is it?
Ivan, you begin your descent at this time.
I thought you, bargaining with the family of our other companions was what got us out.
Thought it was promising to kill my dad.
Yes. Euphemism aside.
Ivan!
Ivan, I see that Cain let you in on what happened at House Theroni.
So why are you hiding this from me? And why are you
What?
trying to tell me
Hiding?
this?
Hiding? We didn't even have a chance to say anything.
Kind
Cain
of like something
decided-
you should lean with. Oh, Cain, or is it Malcolm X? Who, like, you keep fucking saying different names every single goddamn time.
Okay, that was to try to
Assassin's
make
really
sure
rubbing
that
off on you, huh?
that was so that you wouldn't immediately stab him on sight. First of all,
I don't want to kill Cain.
Yes.
that is what you said the last time we spoke.
The
Sense
assassins
motive?
recognize Sera's accolades.
My accolades. I'm not exactly no.
Able to fight.
Ivan.
He's all thumbs.
We were planning on telling you as a group, and I'll have you know the two of them. I had to be the one to make the decision on behalf of the group because we didn't really have a choice. They presented us with, you need to complete this contract for us. So
I understand.
it's obviously not something I would want to agree to without consulting you first. But also, from what I have gathered, your father isn't exactly the best person. Not saying that warrants his death.
So are you
But-
lying to Ivan, or did you lie to the room full of assassins?
What do you mean?
Neither have to be a lie. Neither have to be a lie. I'm the only one that knows where he is. It's the reason why you think the League of Assassins really needs a handless paladin to go and do their dirty work. They need me. They need you to get
She's
the
missing
information
3
from
fingers,
me.
okay?
And the last thing we need to do is have infighting in our group. We need to focus up. That is
can
why
still
I was
pinch.
truthful with Ivan.
Still
I agree.
Out on the table.
I agree. Because as
So-
long as you can't get the information of where my father is, he's safe.
What if you killed your own dad and then we didn't have to do anything?
The fuck did you just say?
I'm just, you know what? I didn't say anything. Forget it.
So, Cain, are you now the new, moral leader of the group? That used to be me. before
Someone
you-
should be.
yeah, it was used to be you?
That was me before you lost your mind.
How
Or
many
when you
people
had
have
lost
we
your
murdered
mind.
under your reign?
How many
Not
people
I think
have
we should
you did
ask.
all.
I think we should ask the gods who the moral whatever. That's fine. It was you.
I was the one who was making the key decisions in our group that have
Anju
now
can't argue with that.
Marion,
and in charge.
as they continue to bicker,
To bicker.
it's starting to get more and more pointed, very heated. These accusations, you're starting to think maybe the rumors are a little accurate. Moral paragons, the murders, the things that you're hearing, they're not even quiet about it at this point. But beyond these accusations, beyond the pointed glares and the things that they're saying, the veritable slings and arrows, there's a man standing not more than a foot behind Anju at this point. He seems to be donning a blue and silver livery of what you've come to know, what everybody would come to know as House Orion. They're one of the prominent houses in a dragon-marked house in all of the land. He's waiting patiently.
What house is that?
House Orion.
What do they do, though?
would you give me a knowledge nobility? I might be able to give you some things here.
Sure.
Oh, is this new?
I
Not
think this is our quest guy.
not entirely new.
21.
21's pretty good. House Orion is one of the larger of the dragon-marked houses in Corvair. Their focus is on passage. You've met someone of House Orion. He was a crazy man in the desert. He happened to have a very fancy ride that he took you guys through some of the Mournlands on. Although House Cannith invented the lightning rail, House Orion are the ones who operate and manage it.
Okay. I know that y'all don't. Well, you might. I don't know.
And he's waiting behind Anju.
Yeah, he's just paused, waiting behind Anju. Correct.
Could I just like raise my hand and be like, guys, like trying to get them to like just like subtly know a little.
Let
this
me
is a
guess.
lot.
There's somebody standing right behind me, isn't there?
Actually, yeah.
Y'all can turn around if you want.
I mean, I'm staring right at him, so.
Hello, sir.
As you turn and face this figure, they excuse me. I'm here to deliver a message. I have a message for you. If that's fine.
There's a lot of us.
They
How do they know we're here? Is it your damned ring, Sera? Already?
Yeah, the magical tracking ring might have something to do with that.
This is not a House Theroni person. So that doesn't mean
No.
everybody.
No, House Orion. Sorry, I don't function with them. They produce and drop a wax sealed envelope on the table, and then they stand there, their hand sort of at their side, but in a means to almost accept something, and they look at you expectantly.
We have to give
Well,
them
sit down. We'll buy you a drink.
Sorry, I don't drink on the job.
Sit down. We'll buy you a meal.
I'm not hungry.
And we're not paying you. Get the fuck out of here.
And I'm the evil one. I give him a coin. A silver piece.
Thank you, ma'am.
A good.
I heard that.
I don't know. That was awful.
They collect the coin and then they leave.
Tipping culture. So primitive.
You say that because you haven't worked a service job, sir.
Your fucking privilege is showing.
Get a lot of tips at the magic
Okay.
shop.
Well,
Anyways, it's good to have the leader of the group back, and I'll grab the envelope and go to open it.
Great.
You break the wax seal on the envelope. You don't even pay attention to what the seal happened to be.
Yeah.
But as you
Yeah,
flinch this open,
Anju was gonna be looking.
I'd rip it open. I don't pay attention.
sure, it's a difficult perception check because it was quick. So go ahead, Anju.
Yeah, I'll try. Sure, why not? We're playing a game. Nah.
Okay. You do have one luck reroll if you'd like to use it.
Yeah, I'll find out what's on the fucking envelope.
Sure. The envelope contains 2 sheets of paper. 4 platinum coins are attached to the first sheet with red wax. On the second sheet, a few sentences have been scribbled in a very cramped style. It says, "These coins have many friends who would like to meet you. Come to the northeast stairs of the Myriad Tower, Upper City, at noon. Bring travel gear and those you trust. Also bring your sense of urgency and the knack for discretion. Give this parchment to the guard near the stairs, and he'll let you ascend." The note is signed with a cryptic V beside the black silhouette of a stylized lantern.
Yeah, this, okay.
Whatever happened to that lady we were supposed to report back to with information about the schema or the
Oh yeah.
Probably find her eventually.
She was from House Cannith, wasn't she?
She
was.
was.
On the run though.
Um,
well,
Anyone know what this lantern thing means?
I mean, Anju's gonna perk up. Can I just? I'm just gonna like grab the letter because you didn't read it out loud or anything, did you?
No, I think I would have read it out loud. Yeah.
Run it by me again, Bub. Exactly.
Yeah, these coins have many friends who would like to meet you. Come to the northeast stairs of the Myriad Tower, Upper City at noon. Bring travel gear and those that you trust, and bring your sense of urgency and a knack for discretion. Give the parchment to the guard near the stairs, and he will let you ascend. It is noted and signed with a cryptic V beside the black silhouette of a stylized lantern.
God, I wish Anju knew exactly what it meant. The only thing he knows is that he does not want. So
I've seen the symbol a couple times before.
Anju will take one of the platinum pieces.
All right. You're up then, Marian.
Well, Marion, not Marianne. But I kind of just explained it to them. There was a person that I was supposed to. Okay, so Hal, who apparently you all know, he met me in this bar. I didn't meet him. He met me, and he gave me a missive to give to somebody else, and that somebody else had that on his hands, and and then it was also on this little thing that I was given today to meet you guys here. Those are the places I've seen it.
Okay.
I feel like we're being summoned by old pops.
You
But
think
I
your
don't know,
grandfather has something to do with this?
I was kind of speaking above table, but I might as well. I feel like Anju, like at this point, has got a couple of drinks, and he's kind of.
Give me a fortitude save.
petulant- Yeah, perfect.
If you think that
Because
your ability to regulate here has been compromised, let's get a fortitude
well, and it's
save
also
from you.
like the cat is so far out of the bag, like at this point. Fortitude. Here we go.
Sure, that's
pretty strong.
that's pretty good. You know that too many more and you will begin to feel the effects. Something vast and negative. But in this case,
But I feel like
you're holding it together. It's just, after a few drinks, you get a little more loose-lipped.
I feel like Ivan's would at least be able to notice that this, like, I snatched the thing from his hand. I'm looking at the fucking lantern. Like, I look obviously distressed by this, but I haven't said anything yet. I do feel like Anju's gonna have to just spill the beans here because he doesn't know that much, but it's like, I don't know. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe we just wait till we get there and we see what happens. I don't know. But I have not revealed anything yet.
I mean, I'm down to go see what they want, but like, we kind of have our own shit that we're trying to deal with right now. End of the world stuff.
I mean,
It is a
these are
lot
the
of
people-
coin, but an undertaking on the level of end of the world will require funding.
Yeah.
Weirdly, like in defense of the, like, well, they did, like Anju's gonna be like, well, they did like help us escape. They're the reason we even have our freedom.
They even address us by our names.
I don't mean to overstep, but if you're looking for the person who had that on his hand, and I'm the only one who's seen him, I might be useful to bring along.
You'll just get yourself killed.
Yeah, what skills do you have?
Who cares? Welcome to the party.
Anju, they need to at least be able to protect themselves. They can't be a liability in combat. We see far too much.
Yeah, we don't entertain any liabilities around here.
Are you...
I'm not a liability
witch.
anymore, Anju.
Sorry, it's just the pale skin.
No, I work in a magic shop. I don't get out a lot. No, I mean, I do. I am a sorcerer. I can say that, yeah.
Yeah, of course you can.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I don't know.
say
what
with confidence. You know spells and shit.
I know spells and shit.
Well, perhaps the demonstration is in order.
Cain, what's the difference between a mage and a sorcerer?
Sorcerers are born with blood inside of them that is magical, rather than a wizard who studies the arcane and is able to
glad you didn't
channel it
just
through
say-
a familiar.
Glad you didn't just say they were born with blood. I was about to give you some shit.
They're born with ancestral blood, which courses magic through their veins.
Inside of them.
So she's stronger than you.
Magic comes from within rather than
It's
from
innate.
knowledge.
Yeah.
You know where my magic comes from? It comes from a god.
That is so interesting, Sera. No one asked about that.
Okay, Cain, even I think that's a little
Anju
bit mean
drunkenly,
towards her,
like,
and
and-
she's trying to kill my father.
I
Where
want
is your
no
god
business
now?
with whatever god
Somebody
she worships.
put
I've
that.
seen her decisions. I've got the blood of one of them in my bag still. Or perhaps not a god, but a demon.
Okay.
Sorcerer's like a magic jock, as opposed to a magic
You
nerd.
should have slain me in the
Yeah.
forge, Sera. That was your duty to protect the world.
You're mad at me for not slaying
I should be
you.
dead.
I did die.
Everybody deserves second chances.
I don't
Second lives.
know what y'all have been going through recently, and it sounds quite interesting. And I would love to accompany you on future endeavors if okay. But also, I'm gonna be very honest here. I left my magic shop unlocked because I didn't think I'd be here long, and I'm a little nervous about that. And I would like to make sure that nothing has happened. So
It
if
will
I'm
be a
gonna
miracle if
if
it's
I'm
not
gonna give
ransacked.
you, I'm
We should all
aware.
go. We should
Yeah.
all
Anju
go.
will
I'd
sarcastically.
like to see that if there are ransackers, maybe we let Marion go in by herself. See what she
Ha
did.
fucking za.
If there's anything left, perhaps we could purchase some supplies for the trip ahead.
Or just take it.
I
Yeah,
work
we
on
don't need
commission,
anything.
so
You shouldn't steal from magic shop owners. They will hold grudges.
please don't steal from them. I don't.
Do
want
I
that.
know that? Do I have any idea that that's who cursed me?
I mean, this would be a wisdom test in this case. You're kind of consulting the old memory, so go ahead and give me just a flat memory. So wisdom. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are
no, I've
aware.
already had a run-in with this shopkeeper. What time is it?
It's
About
it's
closing
early.
time.
It's gonna be early. Well, you know what? Actually, it's gonna be late enough.
I was
Because
gonna
you were
say, 'cause the
expected at
shop
Myriad
was gonna
Tower.
close
So
down.
I forgot about this shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's her. That's your boss. Your boss. You don't know this, Marianne. I'm gonna turn into an animal in a couple hours.
Oh, right.
That's your boss's fault.
Almost forgot about that.
So that's
Cool. My apologies. I'm not affiliated with her beyond a paycheck, just to make that abundantly clear in this moment of time, as I'm sensing a
her
little
apprentice.
bit of.
No, we've already talked it through. I kind of deserved it.
Has
Oh,
she
I'm not
set
surprised.
has she set you upon Ivan as a next level of punishment?
Ooh, annoy me to death.
Okay.
That
Not
was harsh.
not loving that. But
I think she has quite a refreshing personality.
Thank you. Stop.
What's your highest level spell you can cast?
what's the coolest magic you can do?
I have cool magic. Hey, Bub, above
Yeah.
the table, real quick.
Sure, above.
If I can, I have an auditory hallucination.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Soto?
Is that I'm talking about the level 1 that says
Oh,
auditory hallucination.
Yes. You cause the target
Oh,
to believe
sick.
that they hear any sound you imagine. So that
Yeah.
person has to make a save. The saving
Okay.
throw is choose your target, and they have to make a will save of 14.
Okay. Who would like to hear something fun?
That's
There would.
I mean,
whatever
Cain's
you
pretty
want.
used to hearing voices in his head.
I love the hot
please.
volunteer. Sarah Wood.
yeah, Sarah's quite accustomed to it.
Yes.
Sarah will probably fall in love with it.
All right. Okay.
I'm going to ignore those comments.
Only if it's an elf.
You're very
And an
powerful,
assassin.
Sarah.
What is your gift that you?
Got a few gifts, but you said for the most, exciting.
Yes,
one of
hearing
my
something. Yes.
Yeah, I can make you hear whatever I can imagine.
Sarah, do you trust this person to make you hear that, or do you want to resist?
I would allow it.
Okay, so you calm yourself. You allow whatever sort of assault that's going to happen. May it be hopefully not physical, but you're allowing this to occur. Do you close your eyes and try to picture something, or do you just kind of wait for it to hit you?
I wait for it to hit me.
Okay. Squid, this is where you describe the hallucination. The sound can include intelligible speech instead of precisely imagining a particular sound. So it's, I guess what, it's pretty much up to you here.
Can I kind of lean over and like ask them quietly, like what her favorite song is?
Harry, all I want for Christmas is you.
All I want for Christmas is you.
My favorite song is the hymns of my God.
Can we give a wildly known one? I have to know it well enough to imagine it.
The sovereign host.
Just sing one. Make it up.
Okay.
But in her head, we don't want to hear it.
Are you looking for some names particularly?
I thought it would be nice to her hallucination be like a bunch of birds singing her favorite song as a nice hallucination, because that's kind of a scary power. So that was what
Pinch your howl and talk in her head.
I mean, I could do that.
Oh God.
I've met him.
Okay, sure.
You know his first name too.
You begin thinking of songs that might give me a knowledge religion. This is a good opportunity here for Squid to show us some new skills.
That is in Maine.
Yes, it is. It's in the skills area, and it will be listed as knowledge and religion. So 12. Sure, you don't really listen to a lot of religious music, but you've heard a song or two, and there's one particularly that comes to mind. It's called 9 Stars, 1 Sky. It's an anthem about unity among the sovereigns. It's often sung at festivals.
9 stars, 1 sky. Sovereign host.
He's such a great guy.
I can hear the reggae bass line.
I don't like to boast, but she's the guy with the most.
Do you wish to play this for her in like the theme of animals or birds? The sounds of animals screaming.
Really Snow White that shit.
They brought up Hal's voice. Can I do it in Hal's voice?
You did hear his voice. Yeah, of course you can.
Can I do it in his voice just to really see what happens?
Yeah, you do. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to sing as Hal.
I've heard of psychosexual, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, he's just singing her little song. That's fine.
I thought anything was on the table, Bob.
It is. You begin to hear the voice of Hal. It's a voice you're very familiar with. You've heard it a number of times. You have a lot of experience with this person, though admittedly it's completely platonic. It's never been anything more than platonic, but you hear the sound of him singing about the 9 stars, the 1 sky, how Anatar was a real great guy.
Wow. That's very pleasant.
It cannot be pleasant, but
I think I prefer pleasant. But this is very nice that you can do this.
so like
I don't know
What are
how.
you guys talking about?
Well, that will do in combat, but sure. She has magical acuity.
I'm not gonna light the tavern on fire. You have to give me some
We
credit
can go
here for spatial
outside.
awareness. Well, it's raining. It's not
That's
gonna
right.
work too well. in the
Cast a
rain.
scorching ray into the sky.
Over under on your entire shop being
Game, you
ransacked.
shoot mud balls.
I have scorching ray now, Ivan. And mud and snowballs.
Well, if I'm gonna light some sparks, could we at least like do that on the way back to the magic shop? Reminder,
Sure.
could be getting
We should check
ransacked.
that.
Yes.
Come on, let's walk and talk. Huzzah. Fucking za.
Anju, would you like to ride on my broad shoulders?
Oh,
I'm
Who are
so
you talking
strong
to?
now.
Anju?
I mean, I'm like Anju's 3 deep at this point.
He's quite
So-
inebriated. If you haven't noticed, he's going to slow us down.
I'm quick as the fucking night, bro. Don't you even?
My
I'll
apologies,
race you there.
right?
Oh boy.
I'm
I've
gonna
seen you
roll a will save.
I'll race you.
Can I do a will
Anju.
save on this alcohol to see if
shit.
I get on this lizard man's back?
I'm a dragon.
Homie, if you want to roll dice, throw it.
But it's like, should it be, do you want to do the will save or should I just do like a 50-50?
You tell me. Like, do you
Well,
want to
you
put
did a
on
will
his back
save
or not?
earlier.
Yeah, no, that was a
it's-
fort save to resist the effects of alcohol.
Sorry, fortitude. So let's do a fortitude save to resist the effects of alcohol to not take him up on the offer to ride on his back like a little horsey.
Sure. We'll say it's a little more difficult at this point, but go for it. Throw it. Throw some dice. Anju,
that's
I
no
mean,
fun.
you are resisting. You know what? Use my luck reroll. I want to see something here. Use my luck reroll. Roll that 20. I don't like it. You're a bitch.
Wow!
You pick up him.
I told you I'm quick as the night.
I'm quick as
That
the
you
night, so I
are.
pick him
But
up.
let the record show that Cain would have recognized a moment of serious consideration.
There is a pause.
enough.
That moment where you can tell
He
he's
resists-
considering it.
I'm like doing
would-
the calculus. I'm like, how tall is he now? How much do you weigh? How much do like, we'll put a pin in it.
I'm confident I
Huzzah.
can carry everyone but Sera. She just has very large armor.
It's true.
Very silver is not light.
No, it's not quiet either.
Anyway, on our way then.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll
Thank
try
you.
to keep up with you, Anju.
Then you make a way. You take the opportunity to run this direction. Well, I mean, at this point, Frost, you know exactly where it is. You've been there a number of times. Ivan is quite familiar. Do you defer specifically to Marion for the run, or do you just try to beat everyone else there?
I mean, if there's a potential of looting, I would try to get there.
The potential of, like, you looting?
No.
The potential of
We're trying to get there as soon as
stopping
possible to stop
so that
the looters.
it doesn't get stolen.
Sure, I got you. I was like, well, hold on. I'm going to lose him in the rain.
Anju,
got you.
ironically, will keep pace with whoever is walking the slowest in the group.
Who is walking the slowest in the group?
Maybe Sera, because she has armor and is
Okay,
slow and clanky.
sure.
That adds up.
Doesn't want to slip in the rain.
I would.
Marion, do you think that
Anju
you're going
seems
to be
weirdly unbothered by the rain.
moving quickly? Is this something that you kind of do? Do you make haste in this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, especially now that they're like coming with me. I feel like, I'm like, I don't want, this has already gone okay.
Yeah.
Don't want to destroy the other thing right now. So I'm sprinting as fast as my long, lanky legs will let me.
Okay, so Marion's going to get away from you. Ivan, do you stick around with the rest of the group who has no idea where they're going?
How come Marion gets away from me? Why can't I keep up with Marion?
Do you? That's what I'm asking. Do you wait
You
for the rest of the
can.
group because they don't know where they're going?
You're the only two who know the
Well, I
You're the only
figured
two.
we'd be going fast enough to follow.
I feel like I don't
Can I
run
shout
like
the
that
directions really quickly? It's not that hard. It's just like up a flight of stairs.
Sure. Okay. It's not too far away. Marion is moving with haste. Ivan is staying up with at this point. You're probably going to lose him just a little bit. It's not like they have a necessary need for running, and Sera isn't going to move as fast as everyone else because she's wearing armor. Her armor does weigh her down a bit. That's okay. Does Cain run? Does he stay up, or does he stay back with the others?
I'm going to stay back with Sera.
Okay.
Hold
Then I
up the
ask,
rear.
is there conversation between Sera, Anju, and Cain?
I'm good.
No. No, actually. Sera doesn't say anything.
Sera's definitely salty.
Sarah is
Little bit.
annoyed, a little irritated.
Okay. Anju, anything on your end?
Not choose inebriated.
Yeah, it's
He's been resisting
like
really
Anju-
well.
Yeah, I feel like
He holds it well.
at best, at best, he'd be mumbling. I think he doesn't have much to. Yeah, I don't think any. You might hear like, fucking Lantern or like Magmore or like we're so fucked. You might hear something along those lines, but like, he's not talking to anyone.
Yeah.
Actually, Sera may inquire about this whole lantern thing again with Anju.
Ask. Go for it.
Are you okay, Anju, with us potentially following this lead with the lantern and the letter and everything?
Define okay.
I mean, yeah. I realize that this is.
Look at like Phil Cain in, just like, Cain? Do you know anything about can I just show him the
Sure.
leaflet that I have that has the lantern on it? It's like,
Yeah.
do you know anything about this? You
What
recognize
do I roll
this?
for that?
Cain, this is a hard check. Let's go with. I'll accept either knowledge nobility or knowledge history, whatever is your better. And it is a
They're
difficult
all the
check.
same. I'm proficient in
I'll
everything.
I'll let you know
They're
that
all
your
the same.
your DC
Okay.
is 25.
Jesus Christ.
I never heard of him, Anju.
Yeah, I don't know much about him either, other than I was planning on not, and now it seems we is.
It might
If
be
you're
good.
uncomfortable, we can return the gold, the platinum.
Well, let's not get too hasty.
That would be thievery.
And I do think that there's a curiosity in Anju that is going to.
Yes.
Cat puns aside, I think that he's freaked out, but he's also just at this point, like, what do we have to lose? We're backed into a corner. Like they can, like, fuck it. But you at least get the information from Anju that he doesn't know what this means. He knows that it's bad news, or at least it's like scary, powerful, dangerous, something or other. And I'll also, I'll bring everyone up to speed on the fact that it seems like our new friend has met my grandfather, who is not only alive but apparently is around, and may be responsible for us being released and all this stuff. And
So
that way, we all saw the photo, right? We all saw the thing on the.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know the history of like.
Well, okay, that's. Would you mind, Anju, your grandfather, like, what? I know you've mentioned a little bit about
more,
him.
the Black Cat.
Cobalt.
I don't know.
History check.
There you go. I don't know a lot about him.
Of course.
Wowee.
Natty.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the one we need.
Magmore, like
Natty.
the history of Magmore is like he's a figure of legend. He is supposed to be the thief that was uncatchable, that no trap could sustain him. Nothing could ever prevent him from either escaping or getting in, and his hunger for challenge was unrivaled. He's a master thief.
Matt. Oh.
And yeah, he's the
Be
one
a
who called
part
off
of this faction, then.
Maybe.
Are they looking for
he's
him?
starting- Your guess is as good as mine. I feel like a puppet in my own life. So,
Would you say that this task might be more dangerous than having your mind warped by pure evil for 20 years and then releasing it upon the world?
I think it's apples to oranges.
Well, I'm not scared.
Your grandfather.
Anju will like puff up a little bit and be like, me neither. Like,
I've got your back, Anju.
Forgive me.
for
as-
once, Anju is surprised to feel some reassurance by that. Like, because I feel like Anju deep down really does trust that Cain is back. Like, I think Anju has seen
We're
bad
back!
Cain. Yeah, like, I think Anju has seen good Cain and bad Cain and, like, just has enough of a vibe. For whatever reason, he trusts that, like, Cain's back for good. And that for some reason, Anju is a little surprised to feel reassured by the fact that this wizard has his back. He appreciates that, but he didn't say that. What were you saying, Sera? Sorry.
Forgive me as I don't know the range of ages for catfolk, but your grandfather, is he old, like he's like retired, or is he still active?
That's a good question, bub.
I mean, your grandfather was supposed to be dead.
Yeah, so like I guess I explained it. Because I think we found this out a long time ago when we found out that he had bought out the hit that Mido had placed on my head.
Yep.
That's how we met Hal,
Yes.
I think.
So
he's...
yes. Okay.
I would assume
That's a
he's
question
retired,
for
but
Marion.
I didn't know he was alive until,
Yes.
However many months ago that was.
Okay. I'm trying to just get all of the information together before we dive.
But if I were him in this modern day and age, I would probably be keeping a low profile. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
But who knows how many strings he still has to pull? Who knows what kind of power he's still...
He's probably pretty close to the end of his lifespan. He's probably pushing every bit of like late 60s, early 70s.
Okay, we could know. Yeah, we could say I know that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
He'd
Anju's
have to
like,
be
well,
at this
if I'm,
point.
Anju's like, well, if I'm 20, then he's because I think we ended up saying Anju was like a young in his early 20s. So
Yep.
like, Anju's like doing the math and being like, yeah, he would be getting up there because.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's because it is not a reason to let our guard down, unfortunately.
I see. Well.
Cat. It's the
Well,
black cat. Here, let me grab Anju IRL.
I'm sorry for busting you out, Sera, in front of Ivan, but I needed some way to gain his trust after what I did.
You know what? I suppose that is a good enough reason, because I did want you and Ivan to be on good terms. So that's all right. I'm glad that it worked out.
Thank you, Sera. I do believe there's still good to be found in you yet.
Good to be found in me.
Anju will fail to stifle a laugh.
What do you?
Look.
You know what? I'm not getting into this now. No, that is a compliment. I am. You know what? I'm not.
I won't forget the men that were
I
murdered on that vessel so easily, Sera.
was pretty badass.
I feel
And
like
just as I won't forget all of those I harmed when I couldn't control myself.
I'm being tested by Dolora.
You love it when I lay it on thick, Bubs.
Dude, it's fine. I'll never forget how you killed all those people. Also, when I was under mental duress and not acting completely in control, how many
wasn't
people
my
I
fault.
murdered.
Nothing I did was really my fault, but I'm super sorry. Also, remember that time you cleaved that man in twain? Like, yeah, we all remember. I still have nightmares about it.
It does not matter because I am. Well, it does matter because I am undergoing a trial and test, and that is all there is to say about it. So
She's on her journey.
I will assist your trial in any way that I can.
I appreciate it.
So fucking noble, dude. Fuck yeah.
I am but a humble servant, a wizard of
Okay, all right.
knowledge seeking.
And
Where are we going?
We're nearly there, aren't we?
We know where we're going?
You're moving. When you glance up ahead, you can definitely see that the others have sort of left you. This new person, Marion, and Ivan, they were quick with it. Marion was moving with haste. She wasn't sort of trotting along, even if you guys are running but matching Sera's pace. Marion is going to lose you because, well, she can. She's going to move faster. And so is Ivan. And it moves back to the front again. You guys, after about 30 or so seconds, you lose them behind you. You know they'll get there. You told them where they're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any conversation between Marion and Ivan?
You know, you could have led with this. We could have just talked at the shop.
Well, I didn't want to make it any worse than it already was, because it was a really awkward situation for me, Ivan. You gotta
The
understand.
woman that owns this shop cursed me for my entire life, and will do the same to you if everything isn't in pristine condition.
Well, I didn't know that. Jesus Christ. Until like 5 minutes ago.
Keep up.
I'm trying. I don't run often. I sit behind a counter and sell things.
You sprint the rest of the way there. And to absolutely no surprise, the door is left open.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you're fucked.
The card
Helpful.
lie in the
thank you.
middle of the road. The ink running off of the parchment itself. Said, sorry, left for an emergency.
No, I think I'm gonna kind of just like drop to the ground for a second and like one kind of catch my breath a little bit, but also like I'm devastated right now.
Ivan.
I'm gonna go inside.
Sorry. I love the. Yeah, I'm going in there. Like, you clutch your face. You're holding on like, oh no, I'm so in the shit. I'm in so much trouble, right? And Ivan moves past you as you're kind of in there in that moment of reflection. Not sure what's next to come. Ivan, as you move inside, the place is not super well lit. The lights have been turned down. There is nothing that looks immediately out of place, but every time you've been in here, it seems fine, you know? You don't really know it as well as she does. There is no obvious signs, right? It's not like someone lifted a cash register or turned over a table. So you kind of wait. Marion, you dash inside.
Yeah.
You guys are both soaked. Water is running down every part of you. What's the first thing you do?
Can I start like looking around the shop, seeing if it like kind of I would know the items well. I've been there a year, like going through my head and like being like,
Yeah.
this is here, this is here, this is here, making sure that everything is in its place exactly how I left it.
Of course you can. Give me a perception, and I'm going to ask something of Chad. Chad, give me 3 items that someone may find in a magic shop.
Remind me what
Don't
perception-
say it, chat.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
22. Yeah.
I said don't say cock goblin. I specifically said don't say it.
That's pretty high, right? I know my
An
shop.
immovable rod is sick.
Yeah. So
That's
I'm
my
going to
nickname
say,
in high
yeah,
school.
we're going to say that there is, how might I describe this? Yeah, let's do that.
Shouldn't have left the fucking shop.
It's okay.
I mean, he
was
did
counting on you
He
leaving
did
the
fuck
shop.
with the lock on you, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be too hard on yourself.
No, the story doesn't move if I didn't leave. I know. I kind of
He
had
would,
to.
you think that, but he would have figured some shit out.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, no, I was
Bubs-
really hoping you didn't give in to him. He was trying to push you.
There-
I'm learning. I'm learning.
Listen,
There
You never
is-
have to do what the DM says.
It's true. You don't. You don't have to. With an exception to rolling. That's a key point. That's all in your
and
favor.
showing
here.
up, I think that's also required.
Yeah, that's pretty important too. The first thing that you notice that is missing: a metal rod, roughly 2 feet long, with a small rune near one end. It generally looks fairly nondescript, but this one was etched with a few arcane sigils. However, whenever you get close to it, you can hear that it sort of hums faintly with some sort of magical enchantment. That's the first piece that you notice that is gone.
Okay.
You look around a little longer, and you find that a wand is also missing. It's made of ivory with a golden tip haft. It looks like it's sort of in the shape of like a crystal on the top, sort of like a candle, but it's made of like an ivory wood. And the last thing that you see is a ring, where in the place of a gemstone, there is a stylized fist.
Ring of punching.
That's a lot missing.
That's enough missing for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and this woman cursed you, and I just the owner cursed you, and I just let 3 things be stolen from the shop. Yeah.
Could be 4 things.
She's
Could just take another thing. It's not like I'll get blamed for it.
No, I'm not saying that you'll get blamed for it. I'm saying I will get blamed for it, and I'm a bit alarmed right now. Okay. Were all the things for sale?
Yes.
So if I came up with the money, maybe they wouldn't be mad at me and curse me to become an animal in a couple hours?
I don't think she'd do the same thing twice. You seem more creative than that.
I don't know. I doubt people. If it works once, it's gonna work again.
But either way, yes, that's a really good idea. Quick on your feet. It's good.
Thank you. I told you I had skills. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'll go. I'll make the money back. I'll make the money back. It's fine.
How much do you owe?
Hey, Bub, how much do I owe?
Yeah.
Give me a memory test. It's going to be a wisdom, so just click your wisdom skill. It'll be near the upper left-hand side. Yeah.
Oh,
It's not great. Not great. Did you want to try to reroll? You have 1 reroll right now.
Yeah, I feel like I know my shop.
Sure.
So surely. Oh.
Maybe
You're panicking.
maybe it's the
lately
panic,
you've
yeah.
been
Not today,
also lately
Junior.
she's not feeling it. She's ready to get out of there.
This has been a big day for me. Okay, there's a lot going on.
Oh,
you
snap.
have a luck reroll courtesy of
You have another
Pharmecius.
luck
Thank you,
reroll.
sir. Thank you so much for that gifted luck reroll.
Farm.
Farm.
hero,
Thank
right?
you, farm. Let me farm a nat 20 right now.
Okay, I was looking for a DC 12. I was looking for a
Let's
DC 12
go.
here in your moment of panic. You are able to remember the cost of these items. And every time you start immediately recollecting what they are, it sets in that you are now incredibly in debt, incredibly far in debt, and you're not sure if you'll be able to pay those things back. That 2-foot rod-like staff with the sigil on the bottom and the arcane etchings was marked at 5,000 gold.
We can't even afford her shit.
That ring with the fist, that was a top shelf item. It took someone, I mean, they had quite a bit of difficulty reaching that high up. But you're certain that it was almost 9,000 gold for the ring.
This is why you don't have the price tags on everything in the shop, as I'm like piecing through everything else.
And the wand, you remember perfectly. There's no clandestine art about it. It was marked 8,000 gold pieces.
How much platinum is that?
How much platinum? So you're looking at 8, 8,600, and 5. So 16, 21,500. So 21,500. That's 2,150 platinum pieces.
Yeah, you're fucked.
That's
It's like a
Thank
town
you.
worth of money. It's like a small town's worth of money. Like, yeah, you could build a small town, I think.
Oh,
that much
well,
money.
well, that person's rich now. Is there
They're going to be trying to sell it. Anju.
Are we there yet?
Sure. We can assume at this point, after they've begun trying to associate what's missing and the cost of what's missing, the 3 of you will arrive. You are at the Shining Tome. It is a darkened shop, but you can hear your allies inside.
Anju. We need your
What?
skills. If
What
you
did they steal?
were a
Just
crook,
scales?
so much?
if you were a crook, let's just say hypothetically you were a crook that wanted to buy some
Fence?
stolen magical items off of somebody, how would you go about setting that up?
Anju's just like looking at all of the price tags. And all of the
2,000
items.
platinum worth of goods
This
was
wasn't
stolen.
just a basic magic shop. This is a very high end.
Remember, she cursed Ivan Anju before your hands get sticky.
How did you get this job? Well, we know how you lost it.
Oh.
Not now,
yeah.
Anju.
Right. Sorry. You
need to work on
yeah.
your delivery timing.
I apologize. What was the question? How would I go about buying stolen? What makes you
Is there
think they're
some,
not
like
just
underground market or something where people take
I'm just like, they only took 3 things and they were all magicals, presumably. So
Yes.
what makes you think they would sell them and not just use them? It seems like somebody came in and took what they needed, right? I mean,
perhaps.
That's
also,
fair.
what do I look like? Some kind of criminal?
Yes.
Do you know what the items did, Marion?
Do I know what the items did? What a wonderful question.
You don't.
No.
Then how are you supposed to sell them?
True.
Shiny.
Oh.
Bob, can I take a glance around the shop and see if there's
That
anything
is
that catches my
enticing
eye?
when you say shiny like that. It makes me want to buy things.
Yeah,
Of course you can.
Thank
Give
God I don't
me
work on commission.
A perception.
I don't like that. I would like to use my last reroll.
Go for it.
Look at that.
You do find that there is footprints in this place. Particularly, there is the front half of like a boot print on one of the shelves where the ring was at.
So
You
they
can-
weren't tall enough to reach it. They had to step up.
Exactly. You can reach on top of the shelf with limited effort, but somebody had to climb to get to this. Somebody
Whoever
not
took
very
this
tall.
was very short.
Anju,
Very
can
short.
you sniff their footprints and maybe get on their trail?
That's racist.
Not even. That's the wrong race.
Apologies, you're the first animal folk I've conversed with at length.
Talk to yourself in a mirror.
I am a
Also,
dragonborn, I believe,
Ivan-
which is separate.
So
Turns into animals every
would I, if I were to inspect these footprints, would I? Because I saw the gnome, right? I was there. Is there a chance that I'd be able to like see if that's like, would I recognize his feet? His little feetsies?
The Dream
He's like-
Breaker?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas. Like, could I? Is there
like
a
trying to determine what?
Yeah, can I just inspect the footprints and I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you can try.
Act like I know what I'm doing.
You can try. Give
Also,
me a
I would like to
perception
look
check.
around at any time for things to purchase.
Okay. Luckily, this place has many things. Is there anything
Yeah.
specific that you might be after?
I mean, I'm wanting to do my stupid little coin trick shit. So something like fun, something that is flourishy, right? I'm a bard, so it's magical, but something that kind of gives into that nature.
Okay. Are you looking for like a
Yo-yo.
like a hula hoop or a flow star or?
I don't know what the fuck I want, bub.
I mean, how
What
can I
about
help
robes,
you?
Bubs?
I want something that.
robes.
Yeah, I have a fucking grappling hook scarf, and I want to have a returning coin.
I feel like
Okay.
we need to be looking down in the case, like for the cheap things you get at the Chuck E. Cheese, and not so much up.
Yeah, the
You know?
pieces of bubble gum that you can get for like 5 tickets.
Yeah. Do I notice anything about these footprints at all? Anything out of the ordinary? Does anything jump out to Anju at all with the 16?
You get really a lot of the same details, right? Like you're given roughly the same thing, that this person is small. You can see that much. Even the size of their boot is not very large. It's something akin to like a child's boot.
handprints or anything?
No.
As a little guy.
Do they have anything that would let us set up like a barrier where we can talk in private without being heard, or some like a temporary room, or like a magical bubble or a temporary room where we can't be overheard and have? Because I feel
You
like
want a cone of silence from that one spy movie that's all goofy as shit.
Yeah, I want to like a cone of silence. Yeah, that we can like, because there's too many. We're getting followed by assassins and like.
It's
you
true.
know?
No, it's a
and
good idea.
And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm very blunt and I just speak out loud all the time.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
My voice thing. it only works one way, right? It only works for me to talk to them.
Yes, that's correct.
We would have to have it back.
That's unfortunate.
What
Never
were the
mind
items
then.
again, Marion?
Still very helpful.
There was a rod.
Hey, what were the items again?
We,
So I can
we don't
write
know
It was a-
specifically,
Fist
but-
ring.
A rod, a ring, and a wand.
Rod, a ring, and a wand. I'll very
Sounds like a good time.
well. Somebody's having a good time. Wouldn't say me
Fuck,
right now.
I said it without thinking, and then I looked back, and all three of those words work as a double entendre.
Yeah.
There's not sort of reference book you have where you can look up the items and see what they're called, at least, if you don't know what they do.
You think about that for a moment, and yeah, most of the time when people
Sure,
come through here,
Daniel.
there is, most people know what they're looking for. They have an idea, and generally they are higher profile figures that can detect and determine what it is just by sort of picking it up and associating with it. They use magic to determine what the magic is. But-
If we can find out what the items do, perhaps if they are used, we can locate them easily.
There was a ledger that was left of the collected goods in the facility, and it's going to take you a moment to find it. You know where it is, but
Yeah.
you can pull this out and determine what those items actually are.
Let's go.
If you wanted to buy something, you can. In regards to finding things that might be interesting, specifically for Ivan, the world is your oyster. Whatever you can generally think of probably exists.
Something wearable.
Something wearable.
I like my scarf.
You like your
The
scarf.
chat mentioned some gloves,
Yeah, to
Those
cover
are
your
cute
ink-ass
shoes.
hands up.
some glasses. Oh, can I get some glasses that like don't help me with vision, but like help me with something else?
Like smelling better or something.
Yeah. Or like I can
Smell
see
colors.
cancer inside of people's bodies.
That's useful too. You know, I feel like a doctor might
know.
should have those though, maybe.
Just
Or a
X-ray
ring,
vision.
like something simple, a ring, you know, like a bracelet. Because now I've got my necklace, right? I've got my necklace of talking when I'm
It's a magic shop, not a jewelry store.
Are there any
store.
mechanical
Maybe
fingers?
They just lost a ring.
I
What the
literally, I was
fuck
like,
are you
maybe,
saying?
Sarah, maybe there's something that can fix
It
your
was a
hand.
joke.
Anju blurts out
All right, I perceived.
some steampunky prosthetic fingers.
There are lots of rings. They
sitting
aren't.
on my hands.
They're not gathered, right? Like it's not sort of gathered into one location. It's not like you're walking into like a Hellsberg Jewelers or something like that. They're just kind of scattered everywhere. Some of them seem to be part of full equipment sets. Others seem to be kind of in varied locations. Some of them even seem to be deliberately hidden, but you're able to stumble across them. If you are looking for something specific, it can be done. There are a lot of super valuable things here. Lots of rings, lots of gloves, capes, helmets. If you're looking for something that's lower tiered, may not be in this place. If you're looking for something that's middle to higher tiered, could very well be in this place.
Can I afford anything here, bub?
How much money do you have?
Anju.
78 gold.
No,
No.
Anju has the party gold in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna dip into his gold.
It's the
We
party
got
gold.
It's all of our
150.
gold,
We have
though.
150 platinum and 100 gold.
We have 150 platinum.
Yeah.
Bub, can I afford anything with 150 platinum?
One item that was lost, not even. He said we owed 2,100 for those items. Was that right?
No, we don't know shit.
Well, yeah. Exactly.
Hey now.
I think that's besides the point.
Once you all get free, it'd be nice if you know helped out there a little bit, but I guess not.
It's okay. We'll fight the terrifying lady.
Will we?
Yeah, 150. Is it 100 gold in a platinum or is it 10?
There actually is something here that I'm discovering that you might be able to buy. It's going to take all of your money, though. 1,500 gold. And it's up to you what you want to do with if you want to buy this or not.
What
Would
does
you
it
like the
do?
details on it?
Yes.
It's called,
Yeah, we only have 1,600 gold.
it's
right?
called the Peephole Ring. And as you're wearing it, whatever ring that you, or whatever finger that you put it on, you are capable of putting your thumb to that ring finger and you're able to look through walls.
Huh.
That's pretty sick.
That's
And there is
kinda
somebody who
fucking
only
sick.
has a thumb and a finger.
I don't trust any rooms now. I don't trust walls anymore unless they're magically.
And do we know that because of the ledger?
Yes.
Okay.
The ledger
to find out the
committed
other
to
items
buying it.
are-
You decide if you want to buy that. The ledger will dictate that the 3 items. The first is an immovable rod.
Oh,
Those are
Okay.
sweet.
yes, they are.
An immovable rod. It ignores gravity, inertia, and force up to roughly 8,000 pounds. It can be activated in midair, underwater, in free fall, or even jammed against a door. It just stays right there, hanging in the air like a stubborn ghost with boundaries.
You can like prop a
Use it.
door open with it,
Yep.
or
Like, if you're
hang
falling.
from.
Or like,
Yeah.
prop a door shut with it.
You could do all sorts of weird shit with it. It's your just
It's a useful
imagination. pretty much.
device.
The ring. It's called the Ring of the Ram. It is a ring that stores up to 3 charges per day. As a standard action, you can expend 1 to 3 charges to unleash a spectral ram's head out of it.
Oof.
It deals force damage. It's 2d6 force damage per charge with a max of 66. It pushes a creature or object back 5 feet per charge if they fail a strength check.
Yeah.
It can break open doors and or objects.
They use that. We'll know.
And the last is a wand of magic missiles.
Oh,
I think I have one of those in my bag.
fun.
I had one
Oh, you had it.
and I
Yeah.
lost it.
Damn it! I was gonna say, can
I
I just steal
saw
it
that.
real quick and put it back? I owe a little less.
I have an unidentified wand in my inventory. It says right now. I don't know what that is from our fight in the Mournlands.
What is it?
An unidentified wand from our fight in the Mournlands when we were before we went into the forge.
Oh, it was a cure.
against,
It was. You would have identified it. It was a cure light wounds. It had,
Okay.
I think, 11 charges on it.
Pencil that in.
But these are expensive items.
Yeah, do we spend
Yes.
95% of the party's money
I
on a
don't-
thing that lets us see through walls?
I
I
don't.
do not think so.
I don't
Yeah.
think this shop is very high end.
Not
So
to
I-
be too roguish, why do we have to pay for it? Stuff's already stolen. So I mean,
Care
they-
to
they
explain,
could've just-
Marion?
They could have just gotten away with the rest of it too.
I'm not. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, you're
stealing
right. It's
from
stupid.
this.
It's stupid. I shouldn't. I
And-
didn't even. Anju literally sits on his hands and like just looks at the floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cain might have stolen half the things in here and blamed Marion, but not today, not me.
Thank
No,
you.
we can.
We shouldn't steal anything.
I was saying we could blame the thief. The existing.
That's what I
thief.
was saying originally. No, Anju and I. are
But
the same.
Anju, we would know.
I'm not following.
We would
There's-
know.
The moral. Wait.
It would haunt
You know-
us until the day we die.
It would
We
also
can-
put like me in a worse position, and I just kind of helped you guys
Right.
live and
No,
gave
I
you
get
a lot
that
of
part. That
nice information, very friendly.
you're completely right, and I should have never brought it up. Whatever you guys are talking about, we can circle back. I don't really get it, but I understand that you're. So I apologize to you. You
At
guys
least
are talking crazy.
Some logic works on you. That's. Yes, I don't think we should buy anything from here, but we should at least try to find this thief.
I would really appreciate the help. My head's kind of on the chopping block here. I think I don't know, but I'm fairly certain, according to what happened to Ivan.
Yeah, I don't got much time left on that now, do I?
Door didn't lock.
The door wouldn't lock. It had some weird enchantment on it, and I've never had the issue before, but I've never tried to close early.
Ivan,
It's just a timer to not let you close early. Like,
above
They really
board,
made it a 9 to 5.
above board, unironically, that's exactly what it is.
it's just like
That's exactly what it is. But
Yes.
Ivan, you're watching what little bit of the sun remains fall beyond the horizon. The last ray trickles off behind a building. And you do not immediately begin turning. Then you hear the voice again.
That curse is weak. It will not affect you under my guise.
I need to do it. They don't know about you yet.
Then we can have some fun with it.
Do you want to change?
I would like to change.
Okay. Roll a
There's your new power.
D8 for me. 5. Ivan, where you're standing, he's got his hand sort of placed up against the table, the bar, if you will, just kind of waiting. But as he's standing there, his body rapidly contorts and shifts down, and his armor, his clothing sinks down over the top of him. And you can see his armor and the clothes, it's mostly the clothes, start shifting before what would normally be a small stoat appear from your clothes. But where they were beady, black, and tiny eyes, and the fur was white and with a golden stripe around the tail. Now it's almost like it's the negative of a picture. The fur is black with a white stripe, and you have white eyes. And wherever you step, you leave these ink black spots that slowly erode away at the stone.
What?
oh,
Change back! Change back! I want to change
Ew.
back!
what is?
You wanted this.
What are you tracking on the?
If you're gonna bring in dirt, can you just stand outside? I've already been through enough tonight with the store.
Burning through the stone.
What?
Can
How
I
am I
like
supposed to live like this? I can't control it.
So you're worried about him damaging the? Can I like scruff him? Can I just
Yeah,
like?
of course you can.
Can I just pick him up?
Yeah.
We'll just like not out in the rain.
Yeah,
but at
no,
least,
I
like,
get you, I
Not
get you.
actively damage. I'll go over and just like put him like. The black looks nice on you.
Ben, roll a d6.
Like a skunk.
Yes, dude.
When you scruff me, I can't talk or move. I'm like a cat when you scruff him. I just
1d6 coming right up. That's a 3.
Ben, the moment that you scruff him up, you feel your mitts kind of wrap up around him. You don't immediately begin to feel it, but then there is this sensation. It tingles before it starts to burn, and you begin to lose the hair on your palm, the hair around your digits. It even begins singeing away and eroding at the hard outer covering of your claws. And as you flip to the other hand, because you just did so, roll another d6.
Oh, come on now.
Come on, you give me something to work with. I'm gonna run it.
This is what I'm saying. This is the
it.
bullying that I was talking about. Fine.
You witness as you switch the other hand that
He's
it starts
drunk.
doing the same thing. It starts eroding through the hardness of your nail. It burns and singes the fur. You can see bits of your skin sort of eroding away from you.
Okay, I'm gonna like. I feel like after noticing the first one, I'm gonna like hurry and kind of. Can I at least get him down outside and be like, and I'm. Ow.
keeper, please.
Now you finally call me by my name. Imagine that. He needs me now. You wanted this, Ivan.
I didn't think it would be the same. Didn't know how much control you have.
I had enough to stop our curse. And you still wanted it. And now you're yelling my name out loud.
New friend there, Ivan.
Assuming that's for
Wait,
acid
can
damage.
he talk as a stoat?
Yes.
Out loud?
He
Yeah, remember
can
I
because
got
of
the
his
druid thing?
amulet. Yeah, the jewel.
Yeah, I got the,
Oh.
I got the
Did
druidic
we-
collar.
Did we heard that? Or at least we heard what
You
Ivan
heard
was saying.
Ivan. You didn't hear
Yeah.
the
I mean-
voice.
Yeah,
Marion, what's
Anju
up?
100% heard everything too.
What is a stoat?
Like a
Stout?
little weasel.
Google it.
Tiny little
It's
weasel.
the cutest thing
Kind of
ever.
like a badger.
Adorable
or something.
little
Yeah,
fucking
it's-
weasel.
It is very cute.
I tried
like
to
a ferret.
look it up, but I couldn't figure out how to spell it. I kept writing stout.
STOAT.
Yep.
Stoat. No, you're in for a treat.
Oh my god, that's oh my god, there's one of them jumping with their tongue out. That's
Kind
so
of a-
cute.
It's like a wild
Cute.
ferret, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my
Master
God,
hunters.
Adorable. Okay, awesome.
And stinky.
I probably could attract your guys with like this.
Strong chance, yeah.
Wait, can you hear us?
You're related to the
Yes.
Wolverine.
Does
Yes.
Does Ivan have like super smell when he's in ferret mode?
Very
You don't
likely.
want him
He's probably
walking anywhere
stinky.
like
I don't know if he
that.
can smell better, but he definitely smells more.
He
to us.
is.
I am burning through the floor.
Are you?
Do a little hot.
What's happened to you, Ivan? Why are you having a reaction to your
I will
change?
Tell you everything if you can help
No,
me
it's
fix
every-
this. I don't want to cause any more damage.
How do we reverse this?
Please. What will it take?
Tiamat doesn't have hold over you, does she?
He's not
They
talking
can't
to
know
us,
about
is
me
he?
yet.
They know something's different.
And whose fault is
Yes,
that?
we see that.
It's like
Yours.
Anju's just like right in your face.
I
You made me
offered-
look like this.
I offered to make it better.
You could have made it normal.
You just need me so much. Just let me gnaw a little deeper on your soul.
No.
Then I guess you're stuck like this.
I'll figure it out. I step into the rain.
The rain begins to sort of split your fur, and you can feel it kind of hit your bare skin. But the ink slowly starts to run from your fur into the street. And where it hits stone, it has little effect, but as it connects with something that was once living, so when it hits wood or it hits other plant life, it starts to erode away and chew at it. And it doesn't burn. It's like something is swallowing it, taking it.
Is there like a glass pot or a stone cauldron around?
Yeah, yes, there definitely is.
I would jump in that.
You do so, and you feel the rain sort of run off of you. It's creating a bit of a, it's like the bowl effect where the water is kind of slowly building up around you, but it's not eating through the stone bowl.
Does it just continue to fill up infinitely, or is it?
It's
Or
as
is
long
it
as it's
slow?
raining. As long as it's raining and it's filling up with water, then yes. You're not. It's not like you're leaking it. It's that you're leaving behind prints.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just.
Would I have noticed that the way that it was burning my fur and claws and stuff would be abnormal? Like,
Yeah, very much so. It's like acid,
it just-
but it's disappearing as much as it is
yeah,
disintegrating.
like it just removed material.
It's like
from
it's
me.
corrosive, but there's no trace of it being left behind.
Well, I'm at least keeping an eye on Ivan. Like,
What do I tell
What's
them?
the witches doing?
You keep
Me?
asking for my help.
You a witch?
Do you wish for me to grant you freedom for a
no,
single
your
night?
boss.
Obviously. But at no cost to my soul.
Well, then I need something else important.
Okay.
I want something that matters. Give me something that makes you happy. I want a memory.
Ivan, what's the first thing that came to mind when I said that?
A meal with my mother when I was young.
No.
The first time she made me my favorite dish.
Oh.
Describe it.
Ivan really liked meatloaf growing up.
The only kid. The only one.
It was only my mother's meatloaf. Everybody else's was disgusting. And every single time that I would go to somebody else's house, I would go to a friend's house and their mom said they were making meatloaf. Every kid would go, ooh. But I was like, oh, I'll have the meatloaf. And then it was always fucking horrid and rancid.
And you'd see why those other kids would go, ew.
Yeah, but not my mom's. Hers was always delightful.
That aroma, that rich, minced meats. You know, at one point I dined on similar things. That's mine now.
And you no longer remember your mother's meatloaf. As that percolates in your mind, as you try to remember the smell, the taste, the texture, you realize that you may have lost the taste of that, but you're gaining a taste of what Keeper can take from you, and why he's called Keeper. As this happens, and you lose sight of that memory, it fades away as if something has swallowed it, similar to the hair on Anju's paw. You slowly begin to form back into the physical, half-elven form of Ivan Freely. As you ascend from the stone pot, standing nude just outside the door, you dash back in. Your skin looks as if someone has thrown a well of ink upon you all over, and it's just running down.
Don't touch him!
Does that ink still burn everything?
It begins to consume the wood floor.
Then I'll go back outside and wash it off. I don't think I would have come in if it was still all over me.
You stay outside and you very carefully allow it to run off into the eaves of the gutters and everything else that sort of lines the natural sewerways, the runoffs of the streets of Sharn, before finally you feel confident. And when you stride back in, do me a favor and tell me what you think Ivan's face looks like. Is it frustration? Is it fear? Is it concern? What do you have?
Like a puppy when the golden retriever, you come home and the golden retriever is like sitting in front of the trash can all over the place.
Shame.
And they know. Yeah, it's shame, but it's like that shame where I know that there's no way to like explain it out. You know, it's the I feel gross. I feel like a monster. And I never felt like that with my curse previously. It felt annoying to deal with.
Feeling that as it resonates from within inside you, it's sort of like this echo that just bounces off the walls endlessly in your mind is how gross you feel.
In time, you will learn to utilize my gifts. Don't be so impertinent next time. Accept them as I offer.
He stands there in front of you, the four of you, and you can see the shame. There's a guilt that seems to well up behind him.
What's this about your soul, Ivan?
You see this? And I'll point to my arm and the giant fucking scar. I fell into the void, or something like that. I fell into a hole that should have consumed me, but instead it spit me back out.
Are you double cursed then?
Something like that.
Is there anything we can do?
Don't tell him. I know you want to. I'm writing in the back of your mind right now.
I'm still figuring it out.
Perhaps we should seek someone with more knowledge on these things and see if they can extract whatever it is ailing you.
The owner of the shop would know more.
Marion, do you have a way to contact this owner?
I'm assuming there's an in case of emergency number, like right, or like something, some way to contact her because
Stone
I
of
haven't seen
Sending.
her.
There is a single, in case of emergency, utilize the Stone of Sending. It's essentially like the grandiose equivalent of a pager or like a beeper. And you get 34 words. Those words will be sent to the stone on the opposite end.
Okay. Yeah,
Do you want to hit her up right now?
I'd rather be honest about what happened, you know, and see if there's anything I can do to fix this.
You don't want us to rough you up a little bit and say you were robbed. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I wouldn't want any blame going to you guys. It seems that Ivan's already going through enough right now. And if there's a way I can help with that, along with hopefully maybe not get cursed, that'd be great. At least, you know what? I said I left for an emergency. This seems like a little bit of an emergency. So maybe that will fly a little better that way. Can I go and grab the sending stone to write?
Of course you
my
can.
Shop owner?
Of course you can.
I'm gonna like pat Ivan on the shoulder. Just the black fur looked good on you, man. Sorry, you're made of
Looked
acid
like
or
a
whatever.
skunk.
Sorry, I burned your hand.
It's okay. He will like show it to you though, because it probably looks a little freaky. It looks like nail file, you know, like it's been perfectly just deleted.
Don't worry, Ivan. If my affliction could be cured, then yours can too, I believe.
We'll get through it together.
Squid,
Yes.
what do you send through the sending stone?
Hear me out.
I only have 34 words.
Yeah, it's tricky like that.
Okay. Well, don't add. Okay. But don't add that either. Add, shop broken into.
What happened?
I'm sorry. Things stolen. Need help. Sorry. And then please come as soon as possible.
When you do so, it sort of vibrates for a moment, and then it falls slump again like a stone. It sort of looks like a small, like, skipping rock.
Okay.
Do you carry it with you? Do you wait for a response? Like, what does that look like?
I think I'm gonna be waiting for a response, so I'm gonna like maybe pop it in like my pocket or something, and,
Sure.
and make sure it's close to me, so I'd feel like, you know, the buzz if
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
a response.
I got you. A few moments will pass before you are given a response message. It's not in the voice of the woman who hired you. It's in someone who works directly under her employ. Why are you talking that way? We'll be there in 1 week's time. Don't let anything else be stolen.
Okie dokie. I can. Nothing else will be stolen. You have my word. Thank you. Sorry again.
The stone is considered broken after its final use. The Stone of Sending is only to be used one time. After it's used, yeah, you're just like talking into it. And it's just inert. It's inert at that point.
It's just a rock.
Yeah, it's literally just a rock at that point. So you have a week, but you guys also have probably less than a half an hour at this point to arrive specifically to the Myriad Tower. And that's going to be a lot of work. So I think it's best that we stop right here tonight. With the entire group together, the cat's out of the bag. You have a destination the next time we play. and I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you guys are. It was fun. That was fun for me.
Oh, 100%. That was a
Indeed.
great sesh. The cat really is out of the bag.
Yes.
Well, let's go ahead and get our call-outs, our shout-outs here, and I'll set you guys free. We're going to start with Cain. Tell us about your boss. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hey, I'm CobaltStreak. Play indie games, roguelikes, and I just started a Path of Exile 2 playthrough on hardcore. I'm trying to get as far as I can without dying. And I'm live pretty much every day after 5 p.m. Central, so you can come hang out there and catch me here Mondays.
Perfect. Sera, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hello, everybody. I'm Tracy, aka Miss Match Tech. You can find me, MagiRPG, and other places where I play tabletop games on the weekly. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me and what I do.
I love that. Perfect. Marion, Squid, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
The name's Squid, full thing Squidinkidink, but you don't need to say all that. I stream 4 days a week on the old Twitch doing whatever the hell I please. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Ivan, a man. Frost, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
I'm just like Cobalt, but with more hair. Now that he cut it off. Cobalt, are you excited for the Triple I this Thursday?
Triple I, what's that?
It's the indie game direct. It's like Nintendo Direct, but
I've
from
never heard of that.
MegaCrit.
I am now.
They did it. They did it last year for the first time. It's MegaCrit and Red Hook came together, and that's where Slay the Spire 2 was first announced. Actually.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, well now I'm definitely hype. I know the devs from Darkest Dungeon, Red Hook.
Yeah, I think that's noon EST on Thursday.
Sick. Nice.
Yeah.
I've got
So
some
that's what I'm gonna be
Thursday now.
doing.
Perfect.
That's what I'm gonna be doing.
Ben, that leaves you, sir. Tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
I'm BenBriggs. I am a musician and I run events with a company called Tiny Waves, and I am a singer-songwriter under the pseudonym Down Bad Dad. You can find me on Twitch at benbriggslive, and I'm going to be at VGM Con this weekend in Minneapolis, Minnesota. If you want to see me perform, I'm playing Friday and Saturday night this coming weekend in Minneapolis with all of the video game music homies. So, you know, if you happen to be in that particular section of the Midwest, that's where I will be this weekend. And
Perfect.
yeah, I don't know, find me anywhere. I'm just happy to be here as always.
As always, we love that. That leaves me, guys. You know what I do. You've seen some of the things that I've done in this place. If you like it, make sure to hit the follow button and come back and see us. We are starting a new game tomorrow. It's a World of Darkness sub-split game called Eberron. If you've never heard of it, that's okay. It's because I just recently learned about it too. I'll be playing this here tomorrow. Should be interesting. It's basically a game of supernatural horror set in something equivalent to the Kowloon Walled City. That's an actual real place, if you don't know anything about it. It's super spooky. I also do some vampire stuff. Launching this Saturday, Tracy will be on that with me, playing on twitch.tv/podbynight. It is the Sins of Providence, Vampire the Masquerade experience. And I play video games and stuff like that too. Fridays, 12 hours.